If you're looking for exclusive content, please don't look any further than joining the Trap Talk Patreon family. Some of the best reptile keepers in this industry are part of the Trap Talk Patreon family. As soon as you join the Patreon family, you connect to a Discord. You can also tap into an Instagram group chat, connect with some of the most diverse keepers we have in the reptile hobby today. Shout out to my Patreon members and be ready for Trap Fest 2026. It's going to be one of the biggest events yet. Find all information again in the very first link in the description below. And again, thank you so much to all my fellow Patreon members out there. Cheers.
T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 0.
Trap Talk Reptile Network, coolest reptile network in the world. This is episode 788. New breed on the block for the very first time, Carly, Coastal Morelia. Look at that name, Coastal Morelia. Never thought I would see here on a Monday show, man. But this is great. Lot to get into tonight. I know Carly really well, and she has gotten into ball pythons recently, and we're gonna get to it, man. But I'm your boy MJ. Welcome to this Monday show. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Select all. You'll be notified of every single Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday episode. That's right, 7 days a week, right here. The only network to give you new episodes every day of the week. You never know when these Mondays are gonna change. Not that we ever don't want Big E here, but we got the boys. The boys are back here again.
Yes.
What up? Well, I should just say my homie Greg and Double J. I'm just kidding.
Double J.
Yeah. What's up, fellas? How are you guys doing, man? Happy Monday.
Happy Monday, man. Happy Monday. I'm good.
Busy.
Yeah, you staying busy, Double J? Were you working from home today or were you out and about?
No, I was in the office, but took off early. So
yeah.
How many days a week are you in office versus like out on the field?
So I work from home Tuesday, Thursday, and then Monday, Wednesday, I'm in the office, sometimes Friday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice, dude. And then Greg, you just came back from an awesome weekend.
Yeah, it was fun, man. We were up in like northern Michigan on a private lake with my family. So it's kind of like a trip we do every year, pretty much. Just go up there basically Thursday to Sunday and, you know, just have a blast with the kids, go out in the water. You know, it's fun.
Do you have a cabin up there?
No, so I want one. I want one. The last couple of years I was looking and I'm like, man, I really want a lake house. And my wife was like, like it's a little bit further than like where we would want to just be like, all right, let's pack the kids up and go, you know?
Yeah.
But everywhere around us is insanely busy. So like you can't really like go out in the water and have fun with the kids. Like if we go up to like Lake Geneva, Wisconsin by us, which you might have heard of, I don't know. Like it's a super well-known area, very cool. Like they have an awesome downtown area, a lot of cool restaurants, ice cream shops, whatever. So it's great for families. But if you go out on the water during the summer on a weekend, like it's chaos. It is pure chaos. Like you wouldn't feel comfortable putting your kid out in a tube. And like this lake, there's probably 100 houses on the lake, but all weekend there was maybe like 15 boats out at a time, you know? So it's very chill. But yeah, man, I wish that a couple of years ago when we first went out there, I acted on just jumping on a lake house because the value has literally over doubled at this point for houses on the water over there. So I'm like, man, you know, but it's a goal, you know, hopefully in time. If I stop buying animals, maybe I'll buy a little cottage on the water, you know.
Make that super chocolate hypo DG clown. I'll throw you the first 5% or whatever the house is worth.
Listen, I know it's Monday. I know it's ball pythons, but how about you fucking breed some amazing chondros when you're ready, and you'll get your lake house for sure.
Bro, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Your chondros aren't ready. So
my condos aren't ready, but believe me, I'm looking at them every day. I'm like, are you ready yet?
Speaking of chondros, we have the queen of chondros on tonight's show. How do you guys feel about Carly coming to a Monday segment, which is all
I'm excited. I'm curious to where the conversation is really going to steer. I feel like it's gonna be a lot of her and Double J going at it, but
Yeah, I'm gonna sit in the fucking background, my arms crossed, because everything's Double J's idea. Ball pythons for Carly, Double J. This episode, Double J. Me having a speech impediment over his name, Double J. Everything is about Double J, dude. Jesus, man.
No, I'm one of those characters in GTA that just walks around. I'm an anon.
No, but you're the one that, like, once you hit them with a hat, they don't run. They just stand there and they just fucking, or not hit them with the hat, but you hit them with a
They don't
bat,
leave you alone.
and they don't run away. They just sit there, all like fucking PC. What is it called? What are those characters called?
Like a computer.
I never really played video games, but I'm just imagining that I know what you guys are talking about.
I played a lot of Grand Theft Auto in my time.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I played like the original Nintendo, or I played like Nintendo 64, like Mario Kart or GoldenEye. But like after Nintendo 64, I was pretty much out.
yeah.
Knowing you and your hyper addictive personality, bro, just stay away from it. You don't need
probably. It's
Ever-
probably a
ever-
really
Ever since video games went to online and I started getting my ass handed to me by fucking somebody in goddamn fucking Wichita, I just said, fuck this shit, dude. I hate video games.
some 8-year-old in Wichita.
Yeah, fucking making fun of me and shit like Double J does. And it's like, dude, I can't handle this shit no more. Because I
MJ's just getting stuck with a Semtex grenade in the head.
Oh my God. All right, guys. Well, listen, I'm excited to have Carly on. She's in the background. You ready to bring her on or what? Let's do this.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, man. You guys are in for a treat. Shout out to everyone in the chats. But do me a favor. Do what you got to do to get your mind right. Do what you got to do. Stay hydrated. This is a special edition of New Breed on the Block with Carly, Coastal Morelia, episode 788 coming at all of you right now. So hit that like button and let's go. Gee.
Good.
You ready for do more in the future? Trap Talk podcasts?
Yes.
Man.
Only Trap Talk. Exclusive.
Yes.
Tell 'em.
Exclusive. Oh.
So stop calling us.
Rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the crowd, gotta love it or not. I'm hot from the hop to the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with everybody, we do it. Everybody, we do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up.
And we're live, episode 788. Welcome, Carly, to the very first Monday night episode. What's up, Carly?
Hi, happy Monday.
Don't act all innocent, please.
Hell, frozen over.
If you see how this girl serves it up in the chats that we have, you would never expect, like, hi, guys, it's me, Carly, and I just love ball pythons.
I don't know if I've heard her say that yet.
Yeah.
I have not said that for the record.
I
have
actually,
not said that.
I believe yesterday you said, what'd you say to Krista?
Oh,
They don't do much for you. Is that what you said?
That
Maybe it wasn't those exact words,
Oh,
but
God.
you were like,
I'm sure I
they
said
don't do much.
they don't do much. No, that's accurate though. They don't
True.
do much.
Okay, facts. I can't argue that.
Yeah.
Maybe I knew like deep down what you were trying to say, and I took it out of context. But
I mean, if you sit and compare backgrounds, we're looking at Jarrett's drawers. They could be his underwear drawers for
Not
all
much.
we fucking know.
Yeah. You don't
So-
want to know.
Open
You
'em.
want to know what's in that bottom left one, okay? A leather mask and some other weird shit. Just kidding.
That's Carly.
True. No, but Carly, honestly, happy you're here. You definitely have been scoping out ball pythons on Morph Market, people's IG. So why don't we get to why you have the itch for ball pythons all of a sudden?
Because I have toddlers that walk in here and go, no touch, gonna bite you. Can't touch, gonna bite you. I can't touch, gonna bite you, because that's all they've heard me repeat over and over again. So I've got kids that are, here I am. I'm trying to raise, break the generational fear bullshit and raise kids that are not afraid of snakes and that can respect snakes. And because they're obviously in their house, they're going to see them all the time. But if all they hear is no, back up, gonna bite you, be careful, don't, like, they're gonna bite. If that's all they hear, I think that got to the point where I was worried that was just reinforcing things. So not only do they not know that, like, it would be different if there wasn't snakes in the house and then they weren't seeing it, but I'm actively saying, hey, they will bite you. Don't, please don't fuck around and find out.
Yeah.
That was where the ball pythons came in, mainly because I'm really not a colubrid person.
Yeah, messy.
So yeah, and so I knew that I had to have something that was going to be their thing, that they were going to be able to kind of like hold, interact with, learn that, hey, I can respect snakes. These are my snakes. There's different kinds of snakes, but these are the ones that, like, I can interact with and I can hold and do things with without having to worry about getting bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, that's wise for on multiple reasons. Like your boy Owen's going to be 4. And
yeah, he's going to be 4.
What month again? November or January? I can't remember.
January.
Okay, so he'll be 4. And then next thing you know, you're going to have kids in your house, right? And so kids like to see snakes. I'm on the same page as you, Carly. I'd much rather take a ball python out and put something in their hands versus taking out a Biak chondro. I mean, last time I had a child in here holding a chondro, man, he freaked out, huh? Didn't you, Double J? It was fucking crazy, wasn't it?
Leo didn't mind at all.
Baby, he's talking about you.
Leo does great. He doesn't look at me wondering, what should I do? That was you, Double J. You were scared out of your wits, buddy.
His dad, he's always around chondros. What can I say?
But MJ's chondros were small, though, right?
Yeah, why are you worried about my underfed chondros, dude? I'm so confused.
Wait, I thought I heard that they were fat today.
Yeah, he was going back and forth.
No.
Let's give people a backstory, okay? So Double J came to my house for the very first time. It was really cool because he's a friend of mine. He showed himself around, didn't wait for me for anything. He just started opening things up. And so I'm like, hey, we must be really impressed with my collection. Come to find out, he thought, geez, your chondros are really small. With the intentions of like, do I not feed him enough? And that's after me getting 3 clutches with the average 14 eggs per snake, right? Double J. So what did you mean my chondros are small?
Okay, so now I'm going to tell the real story of it.
Tell the real. I got screenshots. So go ahead.
Make sure you start with the fact that you were beating this man's door down.
Oh, that was
at Trap Fest, and we already went over that. All right. Anyways, the first time I went to his house, the first thing I said when I looked at the whole collection, I said, I'm surprised in person how much smaller these animals are, because when you're only looking at them online, it does a weird thing to the perspective. You don't realize the actual true like scale of the animals. And when you're around ball pythons and you see carpet pythons and bolas and different things like that, it's kind of an adjustment when you first see these. So that's what I meant. But he took it as, oh my God, all my animals are underfed.
What did you?
How did you look larger in pictures?
Greg, how did you take it?
I took it as he thought that your animals weren't shit.
Bastard. And then the week later, he calls me a fat retard. Okay, so let's add all these things up. And then he makes fun of my speech impediment a week ago because I have CTE from getting hit in the head so many times. So when does it end, dude? When does it end?
I did not call him that, for the record. I want the record to reflect.
I'm pretty sure you did.
No. Yeah, but you did also say that Krista shops off of a cruise, like department store.
You don't mess with my sister,
I'll stand
Krista,
on
bro.
that.
That
He goes, I'll stand on that.
I'll stand on that one.
and he said Krista looks like a Trader Joe's manager. Dude, now we have to invite Krista back on so she could get your ass live, and she will, bro. She will.
I have to drag Krista into the chat sometimes. There's not enough activity on her part. So
Maybe she's busy. She ain't sitting on her phone like you are all day long, honey.
I know, seriously.
And
Well,
she
usually
working-
because I'm
working
looking at
from
her
home.
DMs.
yeah, sure. Fucking judging other people's collections from home.
I'm usually looking at Carly's DMs. What do you think about this new gravel OD banana spot nose clown? I'm like, okay.
No, baby, that ain't every day. Let's be for real here.
Usually on the weekends, I'll give her that.
No, okay. On a serious note, Double J, you have been chatting with Carly about ball pythons. I'm curious, what's the conversations been like between you and Carly? What can feel her out as far as what kind of morphs do you think she's into? We know it's pastel for sure, unfortunately, but let's hear what Double J has to say.
I really like what she likes. I like her direction. She likes blackhead a lot. Obviously, super gravel combos, clown. I know she doesn't want to get into a lot of other recessives because of space. I think that will change with time as the kids get older and they'll see things that they like at shows. But I like the direction she's going in, given her space constraints. So.
And Carly, you don't think that a rack like what Double J has behind you will never be in your future, even if
No,
Owen
I
and
bought a
Jay-
rack. It has 5 spots. 5.
That's it.
5.
That's what everybody says when they start.
I don't buy it, dude.
This is also, you have to remember, this is also not my project. This is for the kids.
Right.
I
But what
fucking
happens
forget
when-
about those bitches. They're just sitting in the shelf.
Yeah, but until you start
They're
until you start hatching out clutches
Yeah.
and you realize that like it's that instant gratification, right?
Right.
Versus like, believe me, like the Chondro thing is blowing my fucking mind and I am so excited about it. But that's the one cool thing about the ball pythons is when you're breeding the Chondros, you know, okay, either I'm getting a red or I'm getting a yellow neonate, right? And then from there, the mystery is watching it grow from there, right? Now, the ball python, it's the gamble of what's actually in that clutch, right?
Yeah.
What did I hit? And again, it's not really a lineage thing. So every combination is going to look a little bit different. So once you start hatching those out, I think that you're still going to be full-blown Chondro, but I think your love for the ball pythons will grow and you're definitely going to add another rack for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know where y'all think I'm going to put them, though.
You'll
Listen,
There's
Good for you.
definitely going to have to be maybe a bigger house in the future. But
listen, you send all of us the Chondros, just spare MJ the yellows, okay?
Yeah, don't waste my
And
time.
we'll,
Wait,
we'll-
wait. Hold on. You almost got me, Greg. I do want Carly's yellows. Okay.
Yeah. if there's ever a
Carly's yellows, I would die for. Okay. So you guys understand, bro? Not all yellows are created equal. That's a
Sure.
fucking fact. That's a fact. Carly has high, heavy yellows that would do damage in anyone's collection.
look at her start smirking. She's like, yep. But my point is, though, I think once you see the outcome of actual breeding, it's just it's new to you, so it's gonna spark more interest. You know,
And
you
a
might
lot-
not.
People having both sides. The instant.
and a lot less heartache, Carly, when it comes to ball pythons. I'm talking very minimal heartache. Like you open the egg and you're like, oh my God, look at this thing. And that's what you get, which is awesome. Versus what we're used to, Carly.
You might not jump to having, you know, multiple racks like behind Jared and have 150 adult breeders. But I think that you might want to start advancing your projects and adding on from there. And you'll see. I don't know if Greg's listening, but if he is, just tell him earmuffs and you'll find space and you'll make it work.
No, Greg's fighting for his life upstairs with both of the kids in the shower.
Yeah.
I can hear
Well,
it. It sounds
even better.
like WWE.
Even better.
Yeah.
It's
So
a perfect
no, I
comparison.
get it. Greg likes the ball pythons too, except for like I think I led him down the wrong path for like when I got them, because I was like, oh, these will be great. Like we don't have to worry about like the bites with the kids and stuff like that. When I say that, that does not mean they don't bite.
Sure.
And his dumbass just reaches right in there. And what was the first thing that happened?
Got tagged.
He got tagged.
I was like, that's on you. So
But
No,
they all
I mean-
calm down usually, you know.
But for right now, with everything that I have going on with the chondros, and then, you know, up next are the emeralds and the scrubs. That's really what I'm hitting hard this year, is the emeralds and the scrubs. There is no time, there's no space to do a ton of ball pythons. Right now they're cool because they just kind of, again,
Sit there.
they just kind of sit there. So, but they are really neat. I get a lot of enjoyment out of taking them out, and Owen's only named one of them, and that's the one he prefers. And so he lights up. He's just all over the place. He's like, that's his favoriteest thing ever right now. And I think I don't think I'm going to be so addicted to like opening eggs and seeing what's in eggs as I will be addicted to the kids' reactions.
Well, that's the thing. They'll be a part of everything. So I think that's what will make it more. It would make more sense to expand if that's the case, is when your kids are fucking losing their mind, because you can include them with cutting the eggs. I mean, you can let the kids do whatever the fuck they want with ball pythons.
You let the kids cut the eggs.
Yeah, my daughter, my 8-year-old, she cut her first clutch at 7 years old.
Carly,
Okay, well, I got a minute.
have you seen the size of these cuts these ball python breeders put in the egg? Okay,
Yo.
we're talking no fucking top of the egg. It is completely fucking
Gone.
macheted off. Okay,
Not me. All right.
no, none of us here on the screen, but it's out
No
there.
window.
God.
But also a ball python egg is, when you're thinking about a 7-year-old cutting it, it is not as small as a green tree egg, you know?
Like it.
So there's a little bit more margin for, error here,
Yeah.
or less
And
margin for error.
And not to mention how big they are in the egg compared to a fucking chondro. And that's another thing too, Carly, like the whole, like, oh my God, I got to feed these babies. Who gives a shit with a ball python? These things will eat. Get these things a live hopper, turn your back, go to dinner, and they're gone. And that hopper's gone. You don't have to ever worry about it. So that's the easy thing about ball pythons for sure, Carly, is if Owen's old enough and if he loves it enough, he could do the feeding, he could do the fucking cleaning, he could do the egg cutting, which I think kids doing that in ball pythons is the move, first and
I'm
foremost.
making him feed them and clean now.
That's
Yeah.
great. That's
So
great.
that's my whole thing, is like, it's my daughters really are the ones who got me into everything, right? Like, I was growing up, I was lizards, everything, right? To me, they were like real life dinosaurs. I liked snakes, but I soon forgot about them because my parents would not allow them in the house. My daughter fell in love with ball pythons. We got her first. I went down a rabbit hole. I'm like, okay, I can learn with her. We can breed together. We can vend together. Seeing her cut those eggs and the excitement that she got, and just, her being able to feed the babies. She even feeds the adults. And like, that's what just allowed the collection just to grow, because I saw the excitement that it brought to her. And I saw just like where it can lead us together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And again, like MJ said, feeding ball pythons is not like feeding chondros. Like, even though like all of my chondros are essentially yearlings that I got from MJ, I'm still, like, just based off of all the stories I hear from you guys, I still feed them. And then every few hours, the next several days, I'm looking just to make sure there's no prolapse or anything like that, even though I know we're probably good right now, but just the horror stories that you hear, I'm paranoid about it, right?
Right.
The ball pythons, literally, you can feed, I have over 100 ball pythons right now. I can feed all of them within like 30 minutes. And I come down a couple hours later, maybe 3 or 4 didn't eat. I give them back to a big breeder girl, and the rodents are gone. You don't have to worry about the frozen thawed. Like, it's simple.
Yeah.
My point is, you're saying you don't have the time. Ball pythons are going to require very little time opposed to everything else that you have going on.
I will admit that thus far, the ones that are here, they take, like, I have them like, it's on my schedule, because otherwise I'm like, they're out of sight, out of mind. And it takes hardly anything to do anything with them.
But really, but it really lands on the fucking space for you, Carly. That's the only thing that really holds you back with anything at this point, is the amount of space. And ball pythons, regardless of them being easy or not, they take fucking space, unfortunately.
Yeah.
A lot. We're gonna say Double J?
I was gonna mention MJ alluded to rather, the kids really coming up and loving it. There's one of two things that can happen. They can kind of just forget about them, get busy with school, have their own lives, and kind of lose interest, or they can like really, really get into it. And if they really get into it, that's when you're gonna see an expansion of some sort, because you're planning on breeding, right? You have a small 5 slot rack from Sea Serpents or whatever it's from. When you breed, now you're thinking, okay, do I need a hatchling rack now? Same thing with the chondros. You need a 6-quart rack now, and you need your cambros, and then you need your adult enclosures or step up enclosures. So if you're gonna breed, unless you're selling those adults and just replacing them with babies, but now you have to grow those babies up and wait again, and your kids will be like, can we have eggs again this year? And you can't, because you're raising babies again. So,
and Carly, you don't do it a lot, but you do vend. And so vending, having beautiful ball pythons at your table, especially ones that Owen's holding and you're holding while people are walking by, that's a grabber. That's what brings people to your table. So
I made them a sign to put on top of the little rack, and then if they end up taking babies to shows with me, I made them a little sign.
What's
It says Two Brothers Balls.
Oh God. So
plus, if people really like you at shows, right, but they're newer to the hobby, they might be intimidated by buying a green tree python, but they may want that relationship with you to get one in the future, so they'll buy a ball python instead. You know? That's
the hope. The hope is to, at some point in time, when like this asshole stage is over, to take Owen with me to places like Trap Fest, the shows and stuff like that. That is the goal, instead of me just leaving and them not getting to do anything.
Right.
We're just deep in the 3s.
God bless.
And that's definitely not happening yet.
Yeah. Greg, what do you think about your kids? Do you think they'll come up and continue with their own projects into adulthood, or they'll kind of lose interest as they get older?
Tough with girls.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I feel like it's a gamble with girls, regardless. My 8-year-old is still super passionate about it. Obviously, I mean, she's 8, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. I mean, she's crazy competitive with gymnastics. So, I mean, she's nonstop. So as her schedule gets busier, I don't know. I don't think her love for animals is ever going to go away. Like I said, we were tubing this weekend, and I got her purposely like close to this big ass swan that came out of nowhere. And like, dude, she literally, like, her neck turned and she just pointed. She wanted me to go back. Like, her love for animals is like, dude, I've never seen it, right? So I don't think she'll ever lose the love. Will she try and
Oh no.
I started getting a call, but I'm on Do Not Disturb, so I don't know what happened. But anyways, her love for animals is crazy. So I don't think that's ever going to fade away. Growing it as a business, I don't know. I mean, if she wants to, it's all on her. I'm going to give her every tool she can to try and, blow it up and continue growing on her own and take it whatever direction she wants. But I think her love will be there. How she grows it as a business, we'll see as time goes on. But my middle child, who's 6, she's like, she loves it. I think she's more intimidated by the pythons. I mean, she'll still hold them, and I mean, she even kisses them, but like when it comes to like wanting to cut the eggs or stuff like that, she doesn't really get excited. She really likes the geckos. She has some geckos that, crested geckos that she named, and, she's bred, and she wants to go down and hold those. And then the other daughter, she's 3. So it's really hard to say, she wants to do whatever they're doing, whatever I'm doing. Is it true love and passion? I don't know. But I mean, like, she wants to try and reach in and grab the chondros. And I'm like, no, you can't do that, But like the ball pythons, I mean, she'll hold my adult females, So it's just a matter of time. We'll see where it goes.
Do you take or no?
What happened?
Do you take Alicia and them with you to vend?
Yeah, they all come with the vend. Alessia, the older one, she'll hang out the entire time. She'll talk to the customers. She'll take out the chameleons and show them the snakes. The other 2, they love it. They get excited to go. And then about a couple hours in, they want to go and walk around with my wife and, just kind of look at everything else. Then they'll come back. But I think they don't, my 8-year-old kind of understands some of the morphs at this point, So like when customers ask stuff, sometimes she'll answer before I even do, She'll be like, oh, like that's a banana pie or that's like she'll be able to say all that. The other ones, they don't fully understand it. So I think it's harder for them to get excited about the vending aspect, but they do enjoy being there and just seeing all the animals. And, they know that it's like a business at this point and they get excited to know that it's us working the shows that they used to go to when they were smaller and stuff. So regardless, if they stick with it, they do. If not, I just love building the memories with them now. And, they'll always remember it at this point. So.
Yeah. I always laugh when like, oh, Alessia is telling me like I should buy this Ultramel Sunset. $25,000.
Yeah, dude, she finds the most expensive shit for sure. She'll be like that one, and I'm like, fuck. I'm like, all right, give me a little bit.
Next thing you know, you're gonna be at the Porsche dealership, and she's gonna be like, yeah, that one, Dad, right there.
Right now, she tells me she wants me to get a Tesla truck.
Oh,
No.
But
No.
I'm gonna let Big E rock the Tesla truck. I'm gonna hold back a little bit, but yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I really wanted a Tesla truck for a while until I started seeing those fuckers getting stuck everywhere. And I was like, I'm good. No, thank you. And then not only that, my experience taking my wife's Tesla to Disneyland, you would think a full battery charge could get me to fucking Disneyland and back. No. Okay. And it lies. It says you have 300 miles, but if you crank the AC, if you're bumping music, if you're going above 75 miles per hour, that's like 150 miles. It disappears. And then next thing you know, you have to go pull off to some electric fucking, charge station like an asshole. And then you have to pay to charge an electrical car and you're sitting there for like 20 minutes. Fuck that.
Just trade it in and get a Traverse.
Oh, you son of a bitch. God damn it, Carly. Now I got PTSD, dude. Now I'm pissed. My wife loves
cool. The range sucks.
No, they're cool. It's cool to drive around like here, like locally. If you got to just jet to the store real quick,
they're perfect.
They're awesome. But long travel, fuck no, thank you. I'm good.
The Sequoia is much better prep for that.
Yeah, I love the Sequoia, not the Traverse. Okay. I'm not gonna lie though. I think Shane showed a screenshot of I think his sister or cousin getting a 2026 Traverse. That looked pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I was
didn't know my cars. Okay.
All good.
Now he likes them.
He's like, actually, Chevy doesn't suck.
Chevy's. I mean, I don't know. I like Carly's cars. I mean, the newer Tahoes are sick as fuck. You just don't see a lot of old Tahoes on the road anymore. I mean, I guess you do, but Carly is not into having a car more than 3 years, anyways, and then she gets rid of it. So
yeah, she doesn't need to worry about old. So you're good.
Yeah, nothing. No. So,
and I'm not talking shit though, Carly. I'm not talking shit because I'm the same way, right?
I will say I missed the black Tahoe. Now they're the white one. And I don't know how.
I forgot you had a black one before the white one.
Yeah, traded it in.
I like white. White for a girl's better, I think.
Yeah. Krista did the same thing.
Doesn't fit me.
Yeah, you like black, Carly?
The Tahoes.
Yeah.
We need to get Carly in like a Charger Demon, like a Hellcat or something.
Yeah.
Not with her short fuse, dude.
I used to have an SRT.
I have one.
And a monster addiction.
I don't have a monster addiction.
No, I meant Carly. I meant Krista. Krista with the car like that, double fisting monsters on the freeway is a bad combination.
That gas pedal's touching the baseboard.
Yeah, dude. Fucking heavy lead foot Carly or lead foot Krista.
God, Jesus. Can you get it right?
Krista and Carly sound pretty similar though, if you think about it.
And we have the same birthday.
Really?
That's wild. Yeah.
And you guys are both blonde.
Mm-hmm.
Not that has anything to do with it.
I feel like that's probably where the similarities stop.
The show you guys did on Sunday was cool. You don't do it together often, so.
Well, yeah, I know, but we are now. We're gonna do like a check-in. We're gonna do like a tag team thing every 2 months.
Yeah, I thought it was cool.
Okay, so if anyone doesn't know, Carly has her own show on the network every other Sunday. Girls Who Love Reptiles podcast. How's that been going for you, Carly?
It's good. I like it. When you asked me to do it, I remember I was sitting there and Greg sitting and he was like, no, he wants me to do YouTube stuff. I'm not doing that. Is literally because I didn't think that was a thing that I would be good at and or have time to do. So
You said yeah.
I did say yes, obviously.
I don't think what have you ever told me no to, first and foremost? I'm trying to think. Everything I've asked you to do, you always say yes.
Don't we all?
That's true.
What'd he say?
You said, don't we all?
Soldiers for the trap, bro.
No, Carly's a real one. Listen, at the end of the day, she takes a lot of shit from me, and that's it. No one else. And you know, she's always there for me. So I will say though, you're killing it though, Carly. You're doing great on those Sunday episodes. But do you think it's hard to find a girl all the time to come on the show? Do you think it's not as easy as we thought it was?
It's not as common at the end of the day. And like, I mean, when you finally find someone, they're like, oh, can my husband come too? Because like, he's really actually more into this than I am. And I'm like, okay, well,
sure.
So, and I will say there's a lot of, you either have that combo or you have the combo where it's like, it's a woman and she does reptiles, but like it's almost like I don't want to say it's like a clickbait, but it's almost like some of the posts that you see on their page is more
of them.
Yes, and more what is the thing I'm thinking of?
Sexualizing.
Yes.
And their nose rings. God.
OnlyFans. It's a much more OnlyFans thing.
I can't.
And they definitely got a lot of attention because they're a girl with reptiles with their tits half out.
I feel like there's a lot of female reptile keepers, just not as much reptile breeders.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Influencers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot harder. And that's what I was going to say with the girls, you know, when we're talking about like your girls growing up and continuing to do what you've been doing. Those are the kinds of things that as a girl, that's going to be harder because the minute they hit preteen, teenage age, Jared, I'm sure you remember, but high school is tough for like the weird kids. And definitely with, you know, if a teenage girl is growing up and she's like, oh, I work with snakes, that is, I'm telling you right now, that's automatically weird kid territory.
It depends though. If she's fully active, if she's in gymnastics and she's killing it in sports, I don't think that's that weird. Now, if she's a bookworm, no offense, or if she's like not really social and it's like, hey, what do you do? Oh, I breed snakes. Ah, okay, yeah, I'm good.
Be seen as weird for sure. Everybody in high school that knew I had leopard geckos and shit.
I don't see any of Greg's daughters being weird. I feel like they're all
not
gonna
that
be.
They will be weird. It's just like when you tell people, "Oh, I do this" in high school. It's you're in the minority. Not a lot of people do it. So
I think MJ nailed it though. I think it's, you know, if they were like, let's say we moved to a different state and they knew nobody, right? And then the one thing they go to school start saying is that they breed snakes with their dad. Like people might be like, snakes? Like, you know, because everyone has this, you know, bad idea of, you know, snakes are scary or dirty or whatever it may be, right? I think that's a little bit different. But being that since a young age, they've already developed a reputation, they developed a relationship, bonds with people because they're all on teams of some sort, right? Yeah. I think it's a little bit different because they're already going in kind of being respected and they have a friend group and they have all that already established that like, oh, like Alessia is, you know, a star gymnast, but she also does A, B, and C, plus she breeds reptiles with her dad. Like, I think it's a little bit different, right? Like, for example, Summer Rae, okay? Summer Rae, most people who just thought if they didn't know who she was, she didn't develop a name for herself and she wasn't an influencer, and they just saw some girl that just had huge, you know, retics and all these pythons and all this stuff and, you know, tarantulas crawling all over her face on her Instagram. They'd be like, who the hell is that? But because she already developed a name for herself and she was already established, people realized, oh, wait, she is normal. And now they see that she does all of that. They still accept her, you know? So I think it's different. I think if you go in and you kind of have this like taboo thing or taboo hobby that, and people don't know who you are. They kind of question, like, are they weird or are they not? But I think if you already have kind of just showed people that, hey, I have a personality, I am outgoing, I'm not shy, and then they also do that, it's just like, oh, okay, cool. You know,
having the personality is huge. Like if you're a social kid and you're cool without having to say you breed snakes, and then all of a sudden, hey, you like me for how I am and I breed snakes, that's the game changer there. But if you don't have a personality, it's hard for the kid to conversate with other kids. Like if that's not there and you try to mention snakes, then they're gonna judge the shit out of you.
Yeah. I feel like that's still with even with like adulthood too.
I think so too. Yeah. I mean, come on, let's look at some of the people in the hobby, how they take care of themselves. Okay. And no offense. All right. Look how some of the people take care of themselves, hygiene, all that shit. And if you weren't into snakes and you're talking to someone who smells, they're missing teeth, et cetera, and they're like, hey, do you want to come over and look at my snake collection? I'm good. No, thank you. Listen, I'm gonna go to church. You know what I mean? So
I think so. Bob Vu had this, it's got to be a few years old, but he was on some podcast and they were talking about just like, you know, his vision of long-term of the hobby and stuff like that. And he got into basically, you know, he was stereotyped a lot in the beginning, you know, and he wanted to change it because he's coming from a business background. He wanted to go into it and kind of start creating shows where more, you know, I don't want to say high profile, but more clean cut people are respected. He brought up him and he brought up Justin and how Justin's always wearing a polo. And he's like,
that was on this show, by the way, just like,
okay. I didn't watch it. I listened to it in a car like 3-4 years ago. Right. But I remember him basically saying like, you think about, you know, what most people think of when they think of a reptile keeper, and they think of somebody that's super dirty and has like greasy long hair and bad skin and whatever. Like that's like the old stereotype of like the guy who kept snakes, right? And his whole thing is, I want to change that. And with social media, I think it has started to change. I think that keeping reptiles and even just, again, more taboo stuff is less frowned upon. I think more people are starting to realize that, you know, people are into other shit than just keeping a dog or a cat, right?
Yeah.
So I think as time goes on, it's going to get more and more accepted. I think that, you know, with shows like this and with, you know, me bringing kids up, you two bringing kids up into the hobby, I think that it's going to spread the knowledge and make it more accepted. Like I go to my kids' school and they have like these like mystery reader things where we go in and, you know, every few months, you know, we just walk in and we start reading books to their class, right? The girls and the boys in the class, they don't even want me to read books. All they do is ask about Alessia's reptiles, you know? Like even her teacher is like, do you have a card? Like my son wants to get a lizard. I don't know what to get him, blah, 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 blah. So they want to get a chameleon from me, you know? So it's like, you know, it's definitely getting more socially accepted. So I think by the time that they are in high school, especially again, as I said, they've already kind of built reputations and friendships and things like that. I don't think it's going to be as weird, you know?
Yeah.
Remember, when we got into it as kids, there wasn't social media. There wasn't YouTube. There wasn't Instagram. There wasn't Facebook. Maybe when Double J did. I don't know, you know, but when I was in school, we didn't have any of this shit. So like, unless you were getting like a reptile magazine or you were like, you didn't really see it, you know, going to a local swap meet or something like that. Like, and again, there was a lot of fucking weird people there, you know, but it's getting more and more mainstreamed, I feel like.
Yeah.
Definitely becoming more normalized for sure. And that's all because of social media. I mean, you start seeing like a lot normal looking people that just keep snakes, and then ones who are doing it for the kids. You know what I mean? You see a lot of that in the ball python game. You see a lot of people all of a sudden into ball pythons because their kids got them into it, which is that's perfect. That's great. But you know what's crazy too is one thing I fear. I don't really fear, but I don't like. I know Leo loves coming in here, but he doesn't always ask to come in here. I won't push him to come in here because, you know, if I try to make him this fucking reptile keeper at a young age, by the time he's middle school, he could be like, dude, I'm fucking over this shit. Like, I'm not really into it as much as I thought. I'd much rather that happen later on in life versus fucking sooner than later, because it would break my heart. Like, and that's, you hear this story about kids all the time. They're super into something, and then all of a sudden they hit middle school or high school and they say, I'm good. I don't want anything to do with it. And that's with baseball. That's with everything. There's every sport you can think of. It's like that. So I'm just like, hey, I just want my kid to be a kid until he shows me, like, until he's bugging me, until he's like, I want to be in there, or I want to go play sports, or I want to do this, do that. All right, you show me the interest and I'm down. But one thing about me is I got pushed to do things, and luckily I liked everything my dad wanted me to do. But it was also very like heavy on my shoulders because I felt like I always had to perform, or, you know, I just felt pressured. Even though I wanted to do it, the pressure was there. And I don't think it's healthy to have for kids to have pressure like that. You know what I mean?
No, I think it's healthy to have accountability.
Yes.
At the point of a certain age, things like that. Hey, you've taken on this responsibility. Now you have to see it through, right?
Yeah.
But pressuring at a young age and forcing them to try and get into something is totally different. Like me personally, as soon as I come home from the gym, first thing I do is I go straight to the basement, right?
Yeah.
9 out of 10 times, every single one of them are, hey, are you going to the basement right now? Can I come with? And they want to come down and they want to see everything. Hey, can you take this out? Hey, can we feed this? Like, that is awesome. There is never a single time that I've been like, hey, you have to come downstairs now, or hey, you have to help me clean, or you have to help me feed, or anything like that. They're genuinely just showing their own interest, and that's awesome. And the day that they don't want to, that's totally fine, you know, because I still love the fucking hobby, right? But if you want to do it with me, even better.
Yeah. Totally
I agree. I was pushed into things. My mom was a volleyball and softball coach. So it was like hammered into me, and it was, you're going to do this and you're going to be the best at it. And you're, you know, going to excel at it. And this is going to be the whole thing. And it sucks the joy out of it. When someone's trying to force you to fit a mold that might not be for you, it's hard.
We're doing with you right now, kind of.
Huh?
Like we're doing with you right now, kind of with ball pythons.
No.
Forcing you to.
Boy,
be
I
a
got
ball
my
python.
own. I do my own stuff.
It was Carly's idea, first and foremost, to get a ball python. Nobody implanted that in her head, Double J. Maybe you tried with Sunset. Failed miserably.
He tried.
Failed miserably. God damn. Thank God Carly has style and taste, because if she would have got some Sunsets, this podcast would not be happening right now. Just kidding.
He likes Sunset.
Okay,
But
let's
you
get
said they
to it.
go brown.
Thank you. Okay, no.
Not all of
Okay,
them.
he opened up this one. Let's hear it. What do you think of Sunset, Carly? You've seen enough of them. What do you think of it?
If it stayed orange, sure. But every single one of them that you've shown me thus far, you're like, oh, look at this. And I'm like, it's brown. I like the one that looked like burnt paper.
What about the Ultramel Sunset stuff?
Those are
I don't
great.
remember. I don't remember what it
I
was.
love Ultra
Pull it up.
Sunset as a hatchling.
And
But
okay,
the adults that I've seen
They
have not really impressed me.
right.
Right.
But lately there are some Sunset combos out there that are pretty popping. So
I agree. I've definitely
yeah.
accepted that there's a future for it, right?
Oh, for sure.
However, it wasn't enough for me to dive into it from the stuff that I was seeing. And like, for example, like Ultra Sunset was the first thing that I saw that I was like, maybe I need to get into Sunset. And then I saw the adult and I was like, maybe I could wait, you know?
Me and this guy are gonna do Sunset Dreamsicle stuff.
Who's
Just
that?
I don't think that you
That I think will be fire.
When you point, so like you pointed
Yeah.
to the wall.
You're
Yeah,
so-
you pointed the opposite way.
This guy, the
which
guy-
makes sense. Nobody's
this guy
in with
is
you.
Greg on.
There you go.
For me,
That's
Greg
this
is
side.
guy. Okay. Wherever Greg is, you decide.
You
It
look
looks like,
more
it looks like
them.
I'm gonna go with nobody.
Me and the
Literally
wall.
points towards the side.
Me and the wall are gonna do it.
Other side, bud. Your wife literally said other side, bud.
No.
Kendra, how do you do it, Kendra? Like, how do you do it every
Probably.
day? You live with this man, you deal with him every day, okay? And all you try to do is serve him pizza, and he makes fun of you for keeping the cardboard on it, dude.
I don't think you were supposed to repeat that.
Shit, I'm sorry.
She's in the
It's not
other
like
room
she
right
does it all
now.
the time. She did it once, dude. Okay, excuse Kendra for probably being pressured to cook you a good pizza. She just was in a hurry.
My dinner's about to be fucked up tonight.
A bunch of hair in your food.
Listen, unless you're drunk, Most good pizza doesn't start with a cardboard base. All right.
He's dead. He's dead.
It's okay. It never happened again. Just a simple mistake.
He did say that's what made him love you the most, Kendra, when you did it. He realized, fuck, dude, I really love this girl because any other girl I would have left. And he stuck it out with you, Kendra. So
He's trying to save face right now. It's not working.
Dude, we're just gonna see a brick enter the room and hit him in the side of the head.
there goes Jarrett.
I wish
Can I
she
come
would
from
just walk
this
in and pop the shit
Whatever.
out of him in the back of the head and walk away.
Scale Nation has left the building.
I can't.
Impediment enters the chat.
So, okay, out of everything you've been kind of looking at, Carly, like do you know much of the difference between recessive combos and incomplete dominant combos out there? Like, have you been able to like separate them and see what you like more? Like, we're talking Sunset, which is a recessive, Clowns are recessive, Exantics and recessive, Pides are recessive. Have you gone that far yet to go see, okay, this is cool, this isn't cool, compared to the incomplete dominant stuff that you have now?
I do like the Clown. That's my favorite, hands down.
That's cool.
I like the Exanthic ones, but I don't want to get into a whole bunch of stuff. But I do really like the black and white, like Exanthic look. The Pides are cool, I guess. But they're probably not my favorite.
The Pides aren't your favorite?
No, I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. As far as the other things that are recessive, I like the it's ghost or it's hypo.
Hypo
The one that
ghost.
looks hazy.
Yeah.
I thought they both do that.
Did you submit your shed test yet for the stuff from MJ?
Oh yeah, that pos het hypo, that's probably going to be hypo. God damn it.
No,
Oh.
I didn't do that. I got one, but I don't have the other one yet.
Phenome's going to be like, what the fuck? Did Carly mess up? Why did she send us this?
I know. I did fair warn them. I said, I have a whole bunch of stuff to send you. Some of it's to sex, some of it's not for sexing, and it's randomly ball pythons.
I got so much to send. It's ridiculous.
My stack is
Shout out to
like
Phenome.
growing excessively over here.
I got 15 right here, and then like
Jesus.
7
God.
more.
I think I counted mine. Mine are like at 29. It might be, it's 35, I think, with what I have drying.
That Coastal Morelia spreadsheet is about to catch hella updates.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta say it's pretty exciting. It's one thing we're not used to in the chondro world is like, holy shit, we turn this in and find out what the sex is versus waiting goddamn near 2 years. But again, I don't.
People, not for
I know, and now there's going to be that influx of ball python people that are going to come in and they're just want to be all strategic about it, and they're like, "Oh, I gotta wait, and I gotta have." Yes, I'm talking about you, Jarrett.
God,
spitting
so
grin on your face.
I need
but
a female. I need a
yes,
female.
that's what he's gonna do. I need this, and I'm like,
Can I get
bro,
first?
can't you do it the old way? The old way?
No.
Can't you just
Why? Why would I do that?
Yeah, he's already been fucked with his sex odds that he has now, so it's like the guy's definitely gonna make sure he gets his females.
I get the whole welcome to Chondros attitude, but like, well, I need a Coastal Morelia shirt that says welcome to Chondros on the back of it. That's the
You
next.
have a shirt. I had to send it ahead of time
I know,
because
but
you
I'm
bitched
making-
about it, and now you've ruined my box.
I'm making a design request. All right.
You are not tall enough to have that attitude that you just gave me with the little head tilting thing.
Let's take it easy with the height, though. All right. You can fire away anything else you want. All right.
Let's keep it about weight, please.
I have a question for MJ and Carly. Okay, more so Carly because you said it. Okay, but I don't know MJ's take on it.
Sure.
So I get you coming at Jarrett because he's Jarrett, right? But now that the technology has advanced
Yes.
and that you can sex test, right? Why would you not get more strategic about it? It's only going to better your game, no?
No, it's
Exactly.
like it's like there being a buyer's market and a seller's market. It's only an advantage, not an only, but the customer has a great advantage at this now because you get to pick male or female. And as a seller, why would I want to dick someone off and let them go buy a snake to someone else who doesn't mind giving a male or a female, first and foremost?
Remember you said that.
Yeah, but I could still pick and choose, Jarrett. Guess what? You're not the only person who wants a female from me, Double J. Newsflash.
I know.
Newsflash. Hey, fucking news alert. God damn it. Dude, what's wrong with you, bro? Guess what? You're off the Patrick list. You're off.
To play devil's advocate, though, right? I thought he's been off that list, though.
Yeah, I did too.
Now he's double off. He's double off.
But to play devil's advocate, so let's say Carly and MJ not as the sellers, but you two as the buyers. If you know that you have awesome females, but you don't have a male that you want to expand bloodlines with or whatever, wouldn't you be strategic at this point? And wouldn't you want to get something that was sexed as a male ahead of time?
Yes,
I'm just thinking because, obviously, it was a big deal for it to come out, right? That they were able to do this now. So I see as a consumer, someone who's new into buying chondros, I see where it excites me and it's going to be able to allow me to plan things more accordingly, right? Same thing with Jarrett. You two are already established. I see where it doesn't mean as much to you guys as far as growing your collection or as it might change the way you sell. But again, to play devil's advocate, do you see benefit as it for you guys in the position that you're at? Like, are you going to utilize it?
Yes.
So
I'll go after you.
The problem
And
with the shed testing,
I'm not disagreeing or agreeing. I'm genuinely asking out of curiosity.
I know if you'd shut up, I'd tell you.
Let her talk, okay?
Who's interrupting guests this week? All right?
Before she started yelling at me, though, I just wanted to clarify.
Listen, first and foremost, right now, so if I go, Jarrett, shut up. If I go and look at a clutch, to me personally, because here's the thing, a lot of people are going to look at these designer pairings, these designer chondros, and they want something that looks extreme. You might not get that if you're picking for sex instead of picking the neos, instead of looking and saying, that's the best looking neo. And I think that neo, because sometimes you can see it. It doesn't always work that way because as we can see, I mean, Bill's Sickness 2.0, nobody wanted that neo. Nobody wanted that one. And then it's turned out the way that in a crazy way. But a lot of people are going to look at a pairing and they're going to say, I specifically want a male from this one and I want it to turn out awesome. Okay, but the male that you pick might not be the neo that has the best potential to turn out phenotypically the way that you want to do. And now somebody's pissed. Now they're mad because now they have they've picked based on gender instead of basing on what they think that the animal would, turn out to be typically express to what they want to, because they're not always going to do that. You can have a bunch of neos. What's the ratio that someone said? It's like 25% better than the parents, 50% is good, 25% maybe on the lesser end. And at the end of the day, they are green tree pythons. So people are going to end up butthurt. So that's the first thing is people are no longer picking for potential, for the greatest potential of the neo. But they're picking because they need a specific thing. And it's not going to look, with ball pythons, you're like, oh, I need a female specifically that's this. You're not going to get, someone can't come to me, I specifically need a high yellow female. I can sell you a neo that was sexed female. Does that mean that that's going to be the one that turns out high yellow in that batch? No, that does not mean that. Yeah. So that's the first problem
I've heard for.
God damn it, Double J, let her finish.
I know, literally.
No, but it makes a lot of sense. I'd never thought about it that way.
Okay, finish, Cardi, so I could talk. Or otherwise, Double J's just going to keep going.
I know. So the other thing is, and I told Jarrett this the other day, while I am so excited that Phenome has this test done, I am so excited. This has also happened before. This shed testing has been offered before with a singular shed, and they pulled it off the market. Not Phenome, but they have pulled it off the market. And there was a lot of people in that time frame that they centered their whole collection around getting this shed sexed female, this shed sexed male. And then there were instances where it wasn't 100%. So if you end up in a situation where someone's buying, they're like, I need a male, and that's what I need. And then they buy a male, and then that's not a male, you know, and they don't know that until 4 years later. Yeah, should they have checked? Sure, they should have. But I think that there's a security blanket that's now been put over things, and I don't necessarily know how I feel about it yet. I'm hoping that we have got this test figured out and this is here to stay and it's solid and it's perfect now, but it has happened before and it was pulled off the market.
But it was also $300 a test back then too.
That's true.
But here's my take on this. So coming from ball python people who are just starting to build their chondro collection, they're going to choose females over the look of the snake all day, every day. Because it's a numbers game. You need females first and foremost, then you need males, which I'm with Carly. It's chondro game's about the fucking best looking snake, okay? Especially if you care about extreme stuff. Not locality shit. Let's put locality shit over there for now. If we're talking about designer shit, you as a chondro keeper coming up in the game should only worry about getting your hands on the most nastiest, craziest looking neonates. All that sex shit will buff out. A lot easier said than done. Now for me, I don't know how Carly feels about this. I don't give a fuck what the sex is at this point because it's all going to buff out no matter what. I mean, I have 27 holdbacks, which, okay, I don't give a fuck if 2 come back female and 20 are males. Guess what? I got a lot of stuff available now, but I have 16 females behind me. The females will come, the males will come. All I care about is getting the craziest looking chondro. I don't give a fuck. I want the highest quality. I want the best eater, and I want something that I feel like will predict to be the baddest one of the clutch. But again, when you are new coming into this, all you could think about is having an even ratio. But I'm with Carly, dude. Just go with the fucking flow. Get the snake you want out of that clutch and go from there. I mean, that is the best advice I could give to anyone is don't be so fucking gung-ho about having so many females. Just get your hands on the best quality shit and it's all going to buff out. And even if you do collect 12, 13, 14, 15 chondros and only 2 of them are female, well, dude, who gives a fuck? I mean, you still got some of the nicest looking chondros that you're able to pick out, and it doesn't hurt to be male heavy. Like, dude, I mean, Carly needs males, okay?
I don't need males anymore.
But you did at a certain point. You needed males for a long time.
Yeah, because I was only using the same male because he was the only one that would breed.
Right.
At the, you know,
so like that's it. Every situation is going to be circumstantial. Like me, I have a bunch of females, but I don't have the designer females. So I'm praying to fucking God a lot of my holdbacks do become females so I could fucking keep those back. And again, it all works out, dude. Like no matter how you look at it, if you have good quality bloodlines in your fucking collection, first and foremost, let's think about this, right? Let's say you got 15 chondros, 12 of them are males, but they're fucking bangers. You know what crazy trading power you just have right now? Like, you know how many people out there are like, God damn it, dude, I got so many females. I need that male. Well, fucking give me a female and I'll trade you for a male. It's just like that. And
how often does that happen, MJ, for people like Greg that are newer?
What do you mean? How often does that happen? How many people are out there trading shit?
Yeah, like
all the time.
Factor that, you know,
all the time. Carly, how many times do you see people switching for males or females? Because I mean, you understand, you build relationships with so many people out there, and next thing you know what they have, they know what you have. But then once you build that pipeline of so many people, it's not hard to figure out where to get a fucking female, especially with shed testing nowadays. So all I'm saying is, and you don't have to take our advice or not, just get your hands on the most sickest looking neo, dude. That's all you have to do. Fuck
100%.
Yeah, fuck this. Because first and foremost, where's the rush? You, regardless of a male or female, males don't typically breed until about 4 years old. You could get them earlier to go, but you're gonna have to wait at least 3 to 4 years anyways. And with
it's a long game, no matter what.
It's a long game, dude. And again, when it's the freakiest fucking neo that you're raising up and you're getting all this attention, people are on your bumper, dude. You're gonna get way more attention raising a fucking insane looking neo versus having fucking 12 females that are all pretty mid. You know what I mean? And here's the thing, Carly will talk on this. There's not that many crazy looking females out there. Males are the crazy looking ones. I mean, not that females don't get insane looking, but the males are what turn a lot more insane than the females do. Right, Carly?
Yeah, 100%. And I mean, like that's why everyone sits in there like, oh, you know, like so for the TSK animals, for instance, had the shed testing been available when I purchased the 2 TSK Neos, I still wouldn't have cared. I went for the craziest looking ones because I was able to get, that really early pick. And now did I end up with 2 males? Yeah, I wanted 1 male. A female would have been nice. I have had plenty of people hit me up and they're like, you have 2 males. I really like both of them. Please tell me that I can buy the extra male off of you. And I'm like, no. So that's what I was trying to tell you the other day, Jarrett, is like, you can sit and try to plan it out based on gender. But if you were completely, okay, let me put it this way. If somebody showed you 2 different ball pythons, the same sex, the same morph, and said, hey, just to let you know, this one's going to be a lot uglier as an adult than this one would. Which one are you picking? You're going to pick the one that looks like a better adult. Are you not?
Yeah, they got us, Greg. Shit.
No, I mean, I wasn't disagreeing or anything. I was more so just trying to hear the take on both ends because obviously being in their shoes is.
Greg's also not tripping because he has 3 females right now.
Yeah, exactly. Like he's fucking upset.
I was more so asking because I knew why Jarrett was asking, because being in his position where he's male heavy, it's like, I could see him. He wants to get the experience. I know obviously he's doing it out of passion, but he wants to be able to breed and gain the experience sooner. So if he ends up with 10 males and he's, $100,000 in at some point, right? And he's like, well, now what? Would you guys recommend someone like him in his position where he's already male dominant and trying to get started in this? Would you recommend him just shopping solely for looks still at this point, or shed testing for a female?
If he shopped for looks to begin with, for Neos that were going to have the good potential, now he's got maybe crazy males, and then you can go to someone and say, hey, I've got a crazy looking male. You have a female from the same clutch that's maybe not as crazy, but you know what? Let's do swapsies. And there's a lot of people who are going to if you've got a crazy looking animal that you're willing to swap for one that doesn't look the same. The gender game really doesn't play in chondros, because here's another thing. I would rather have all day. I'd rather have locality females.
Right.
All day, or ones that I've not spent thousands upon thousands of dollars on, because you're more likely to lose those females than you are the males.
Yeah.
So I'm fine with males being heavier hitters all day long. But I mean, it just kind of depends. Like, you can always get locality females, and then you just keep raising and you just keep hoping. That's it's the long game.
You also mentioned maybe buying more than one. Like, buy 2 crazy, get a male and a female if they're both cool looking.
That's why you buy two from the same clutch. That's my favorite thing to do.
Maybe MJ will let me buy 2.
Oh, fuck off.
Maybe I don't think he's going to let you buy 1.
Probably not, honestly.
I mean, not this year. I even told Krista. Krista's the other homie I'll hook up, and Carly, obviously. But I'm not going to know what's available from this year till next year, because I'm literally sitting on this stuff. This is the very first year I'm making the most potent designer outcross stuff. But to Carly's point, I started with all female locality girls just so I could make my own designer outcross stuff that I want to hold back and then breed to designer stuff. So I started from scratch as far as my females go. And that's such a good plan to do, because first and foremost, when you go from designer to outcross to a locality, you're basically starting your own tree, okay, versus adding on to someone else's tree that's been doing it for fucking decades. And I don't know about you guys, but I want to be known for my productions in the Chondro games. Like, I want to be known like, oh, MJ got that insane fucking male from Sock and he put it to this high yellow Biak that's an import. And now look at his holdbacks. And now he's breeding that holdback back to the dad or whatever. But the long game is the best game in anything, even with ball pythons, dude. There's no sense of like, let me hurry up. Like, and that's the stigma of the ball python game. I need to hurry up. And guess what? All these fucking hurry up people, Double J, are getting into chondros, and they're doing the exact same thing. That's not going to work out well, okay? Because it's always going to be what it is with chondros. You can try to be Mr. fucking calculus of let me get as many females as I want. The whole time you're ignoring the fucking amazing males that you could be stacking out there as well. Because I'll tell you what, dude, not every male is going to breed for you.
Right.
Okay. Not every male is going to breed for you. And if it's one thing you want to make sure you're on deck with are some fucking heavy hitting males. Okay. Just like the ball python game, you got to be ready with your males. So with shed testing being where it's at now, and I'm with Carly also, like my fingers are crossed. I know Phenome is new. This whole testing thing is fresh again. We don't know what the future is going to be like. I feel good about it. I feel like the way these guys played this out and waited so long, I think there's a reason behind that. And that's why I really, really, truly believe in shed testing right now. But if that's the case, dude, Double J, if you had, okay, here's another thing that you could touch on, right, Double J? You also played the price game with what you bought. Like you were trying to find the best prices. You didn't want to spend too much, but you're trying to get something crazy. That's a fucking coin flip, dude. There's a reason why things are only priced at $5K, and which is a lot of money. Don't get me wrong, but when you're just shooting for $5K and under stuff, don't expect to get insane looking shit. You're probably going to get insane looking neonates that have good OCC, but go greener than fucking shit in the end. Okay. Depending on who you buy from. So that's why it's worth spending the fucking money and getting the most craziest fucking neo you could get from a clutch you really want. And then how it works out. But I'll tell you what, in 2026 going to 2027, it's not going to be hard to find a female, buddy. It really isn't. And again, when you have a fucking murderer's row of males, dude, you got fucking killer males. Like, I don't know how much I could stress that, dude. Having a lineup of insane fucking males like the 1930s Yankee team, dude, like you want that more than anything. Females are not that important compared to males in the Chondro game.
So would you say it's more preferred to do designer to designer, or in our position, like me and Greg, designer to pure locality?
I say you stack, bro. Yeah. I mean, it all depends what your goals are too. Well, you know, Double J, he wants blue stuff. He wants everything to be blue. Mr.
Not
Blue
everything, but you know, I want high yellow stuff and I also want blue stuff.
Yeah.
I will say I sweat a lot more when I'm breeding one of the designer females. Like the barn girl that I have is up next year, and she's, you know, since the boy died, she's the most expensive thing that I now have in this house. And I'm going to sweat the whole freaking time.
Ew.
The whole time.
Yeah.
I'm going to be just freaking out, staring at her like, please, dear God, do not go eggbound.
She's gonna be like that girl from the Superstar movie. She's
crazy. But that's I just think that they're going to do that. They're going to, and yes, I understand that at the end of the day, I am a firm believer that lineage has to do with a lot of stuff. Like what is in it? For instance, the love male, bro is green. Bro is fucking green.
Hot sauce is not.
Hot sauce is not green. And several of the siblings that I have, the Juniper, the one that I have here, she's not green. Like that male is packed with potential, but he's green. However, if he wasn't green, it doesn't matter that he's got babies on the ground. If he wasn't green with the same potential, with the same lineage, his babies would sell better. At the end of the day, if you are breeding crazy snake to crazy snake, does that mean it makes crazy snakes? Nope. But do they sell like hotcakes? Yup.
That's another good point, Carly, because if you have some good bloodlines going, but the two snakes are greener than grass, I mean, yeah, sure. If you got black neonates in the clutch, you could try to shoot for 10K, but not too many people are going to jump on that. Hardly anyone would jump on that because they want to look at crazy looking parents. I mean, crazy looking parents with black neos is what makes a $10,000 to $12,000 neo. Okay. Other than that, if you have an insane looking neo and the parents are pretty mid or green, but they have the bloodline, you're gonna probably get at best half of that, which is still great. That's fine. That's what I did. I mean, the best stuff I made last year were my Calico line stuff, and it was from my greenest fucking male that I had breeding last year. But look at the fucking babies. My babies are insane looking. So, and to me, all I cared about was making those babies, holding those back, getting those fuckers to get locked up, and then we'll see what those babies go for. It's a whole nother game. So that's why for you, Double J, if you really want to be wise about what you're doing in the Chondro game, just stack the best looking shit you could possibly get. Who gives a fuck about the sex? Because if you really need a female down the road, if you have insane shit to trade with, it's coming. I will probably trade for you. I'll be like, here, take one of my fucking females, dude. Give me that. I want that male. That's how this game works, bro. It's all about the eye candy.
Right.
I would have done that. I was super female heavy and I had males that would not breed. I literally went on a male buying spree. I was like, do you have anything? Do you have anything? Please, dear God, give me something. And I would have hands down, like I've got a couple females that I know people that have clutch mates, and had they been like, you know, hey, I need a female. You can have mine. You can have mine and I will take your male. I don't care. So yeah, I think that hands down the shed sexing, I think is going to be more convenient to help people know what they have after they've bought it.
And it's also gonna Jedi mind trick people coming in thinking, oh God, I get to get as many females as you want. You know what I mean?
Sorry, that's me. That was my brother.
God, I was like, is my dad calling me again? My dad always calls me at this time. But anyways, like, and so like, don't get confused by the smoking mirrors out there, Double J, because I know how the ball python game is. Greg, you're not confused. You're in a good place. Double J, you're lost in the woods right now. Okay, so I'm trying to get you to fucking come back to fucking, you know, the candy castle here. Let you know, just get the best looking shit, especially if you have ambitions to make insane looking bloodline stuff, which I see how you study the bloodline stuff out there. You know your shit already, Double J, for the most part. But don't give a fuck about the sex, dude.
Yeah.
All that
especially with what you're chasing. Like you're chasing blue. And I think that that's one of the harder things to hit too. If you're chasing blue, you better be going after the darkest fucking Neo that is in that clutch that you can get your hands on.
That's from Dave Dean. That's from Dave Dean.
I really get, you know, the next blue line animal I want to get. I want it to be from John Irby. That's who I'm.
John's all of John's stuff is from Dave D and the Barn.
The Barn, yeah.
Only two guys. And that's another thing.
You real quick, MJ, for Patrick, is he considered a yellow animal? Because I know he comes from Blue Deuce.
Say that again.
Is Patrick considered high yellow lineage, like on paper?
Blue line. He's considered a blue line animal that's high yellow.
Okay.
Yeah, and also because of who he was paired to, he was paired to a Biak, which Biaks are known to throw a lot of high yellow stuff, like especially in the designer stuff. So the blue deuce watermelon comes from a line of blue stuff, but it was bred to stuff that made it high yellow, but still has blue line stuff in it. So,
and I'm asking that because Carly mentioned on Sunday, if you get a high yellow animal that's part of the blue line project, the best thing to breed to other high yellow stuff, no. So
yes, but I was also meaning that, and without naming names, I've seen some people mix locality stuff, like northern locality stuff, and ended up with a high yellow looking animal, and then had another animal from a different locality mixing that again ended up high yellow. And these are the two fluke animals that ended up high yellow, their locality outcrosses. And they're like, oh, it's a locality pair. It's a high yellow pairing. The babies are going to be high yellow. That's misleading to people because those animals, they're flukes. They look like high yellows, but they don't have high yellow lineage. So there's nothing that says that the babies would continue to do that. The blue deuce stuff is an oddball pairing because I have seen ones that have leaned more on the blue side.
Yeah.
I have seen ones that have leaned more on the yellow side. It's the same concept with the love male, for instance. The love male now does actually have high yellow on one side and blue line stuff and high yellow on the other side. So I've seen babies like, you know, hot sauce is mustard. Hot sauce is like a peppery mustard looking animal. There's another one that looks like that versus the holdback that I have here, you know, is literally looks like it came from Patrick's Blue Deuce stuff. So that's what I was meaning when I was talking about that.
Yeah, that's where it gets kind of convoluted. So would a baby from that pairing that MJ just produced, would that be better suited, just for the audience and better understanding for myself, would that be better suited for a blue line project or a high yellow project, or both?
I think go either way.
Either way. So if you put that to a high yellow animal, you're probably going to get really cool high yellow stuff. Okay. If you put it to a real potent blue line, then you could probably get a little bit of mix of both. Who knows? But that's what I would like. Yeah,
It's one of those things that falls kind of in the middle. Like I have animals. I have one animal from Drew Russell, the love male. I have a few other animals that fall in that middle zone. And until you see what they're consistently producing, you don't really know.
Exactly. And again, dude, like, you think me and Carly fucking stress about like, oh my God, we have to hit this, we have to hit that as far as looks in the egg? Dude, yeah, of course we want the darkest shit, but we take what we can get. Like,
and I will say the darkest shit isn't always what pans out, because for instance, like Bill's stuff, because I'm sitting here trying to pick holdbacks from the Bill's male to the JL female, because I'm like, fuck, how do I pick holdbacks? Because they all aside from some of them being reduced and some of them having like regular bold pattern, they all pretty much look the same. And I'm over here asking Bill, and Bill's like, the sickness wasn't dark. None of the animals in that clutch from Jaeger to Biscuit, none of them are dark. They're all the same general red. Same thing with the clutch that just hatched out. That was that all red clutch that I just got done having. That is the Bill's male to the Biak. They look the same. I don't know what to do with them. They look the same.
Yeah. Okay, that was it. Okay, but what if there were some black ones in there, Carly? You ain't instant holdback. And the thing is, you're right. Like, if you look at Bill's previous clutches, he had stuff that he couldn't predict what was going to go. So he sold it for like $4,000, $5,000. And these animals turned out to be fucking $10,000, $12,000 animals. Fucking insane. But that's the risk. That's what you do. Now look at Bill's productions. He's making black looking shit, dude. Like, literally shit that where it's like, dude, this ain't going to be cheaper than 10K. And guess what? It's sold just like that, you know? But you crawl before you can walk in this game, dude. And that's why, again, we can't stress enough to let people know the whole sex thing will work out. If you're so fucking goddamn in your head about your sex ratio, dude, wait until shit hatches out, okay? Like, it's all a crapshoot at the end of the day. I mean, and again, you don't see a lot of the black stuff going kind of basic. It has happened according to John Irby. I think even Bill said he's had some really, really dark neos kind of go mid. But at the end of the day, bro, you get what you can get.
So in the environment where, like, you let's say Carly has a clutch, right? And she tests all the babies. You now knowingly are buying a male. And it's not, I understand buying from somebody that doesn't want to shed test because it's crazy. I get that. You just pick the craziest animal.
Yeah.
But what if the craziest animal is a female in the clutch?
You're gonna pay a lot of money for it.
Okay.
Which is fine. I mean, that's fine. But that's another thing too, Double J. If you are Mr. I'm seeking females, you're giving the seller an opportunity to rape your ass. Okay. Yep. Damn it. I'm so sorry, YouTube. You're gonna get a strike for that. They're gonna grape your ass. Okay. First and foremost. And then also, like, what makes you think that seller is gonna sell you the best looking female out of that clutch and not keep it for themselves? Right. Yeah, fucking right, dude. Like, I'm telling you, you're gonna get played with.
I mean, like the available ones that aren't being held back.
Yeah, I mean, dude, you're gonna pay money out the ass for it, no matter what. I think. Which, okay, if you're down for that, that's fine. There's different ways to skin many ways to skin a cat, as they say, dude. But me and Carly's point is just go after the most craziest looking shit. And if you're somebody going to a seller and you're not trying to be a thorn in their ass, tell me I need a female. Bro, you're probably going to get a better pricing than anyone else, first and foremost, because you don't give a fuck what the sex is. You just want the darkest looking animal, okay? Because let's just say, for instance, we had a clutch and there's a bunch of dark shit out there, right? And if we test it and one of those dark babies is female, well, guess what? You're going to pay an extra $2,000 probably on top of what they would normally go for right off the bat. Because guess what? I mean, unless it's female heavy, but you don't really see clutches that are female heavy. It's not a common thing. It happens, but it just doesn't happen that often. And as a seller, as a breeder, you would be a fucking idiot to let your nicest looking females go out of the clutch. And we're telling you, you should focus on getting the nicest of the nicest you could possibly get. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I mean, I like
hard to formulate a plan going forward if you're only.
Well, don't formulate a plan. Just fucking buy animals. Dude.
Yeah, just buy what fits.
Problem is formulating a fucking plan, dude. Okay, what makes you think these chondros are going to make it to breeding stage anyways? First and foremost, let's put the whole fucking breeding thing aside, okay? What makes you think these things are going to eat great for you for the next 3 years? Nothing's going to prolapse. Nothing's going to regurge. Nothing's going to fucking... Carly, how many snakes have you lost?
After they like babies after they hatched.
I'm talking about adults that just fucking nightmarely, like they just died. Like freak fucking shit that happens.
4 of them.
Yeah. And mind you, Carly has a lot of animals, dude.
Yeah.
She buys like insane, no, not anymore, but she did for a while. Like she was a fucking loose cannon buying whatever.
I lost the most expensive one that I've ever purchased.
Ones, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, dude, like the road to this shit it could get bumpy. So
it makes total sense. I'm just thinking like every time I buy an animal from a clutch, right? If I'm buying the craziest looking animal and selecting a male because it's the craziest animal and it's not $2,000 or $3,000 more, aren't I just stuck with a bunch of males in perpetuity without trading, without considering the possibility to trade?
Okay, say that one more time.
If I'm buying crazy looking dark neonates from every
okay.
Right, those happen to be males because the breeder does not want to release their best females.
Okay.
I'm theoretically buying males every time. And I will never get a female unless I trade with somebody.
So what's wrong with that?
You can still get females. That's when you go out and you get imports or you get something like that. And there's nothing wrong with doing that. You can buy females cheaper and then you wait, you breed those, and then you keep your holdbacks. That's what MJ was saying.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with doing that.
Is getting locality females.
It's the long game, Jarrett. That's what we've been saying the whole time, verbatim, word for word. It's the long game. It's always going to be.
So Double J, I'm hurting for designer females right now. I'm hope, like I said, I have enough males where I would fucking trade some crazy shit for a female right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm in that position. Okay. But it all works out. That's all I'm trying to say, bro. It's just like, and I get it. I get the excitement. Coming from ball pythons, everything's strategic. You strategize everything with ball pythons.
Right.
And all I'm saying, Chondros is not that game, dude.
Yeah.
Your strategy is keeping them alive. And I don't know how many times we said it on the All in the Tree Tuesday, All in the Bush Tuesday, just keep these fucking things alive. That's it. That should be the goal. Creating some fucking some type of husbandry where your animals are thriving, they look beautiful, and people follow beautiful animals, dude. It won't be that difficult. Go ahead, Carly.
I think there is at least a little bit of strategy with it, but not in the way that you're thinking, not in the in-depth way that you're thinking. When I say that there is strategy, I mean like, don't go like, so-and-so's had a clutch, I want one, so-and-so's had a clutch, I want one, just looking at them without actually having like a direction and a path that you want to go. So don't collect like Arus and then a random Cyclops and then a calico animal, which we already know that you hate on and you don't like, so you're not going to do anyway. A couple blue line and then one random high yellow. Shut up, I'm talking. And one random high yellow. You know, like have a general like realm that you're working in. Otherwise, you're going to end up with a bunch of random shit that doesn't fix. Okay. Now you can talk. Nope, man, Jay's talking.
Hold on, Double J. Let's think about this. We're boys, so you know everything that's happening with me, and that's why I'm so transparent with you. But let's say we didn't know each other, okay? Right. And let's say I publicly put out the Patrick clutch out there. You know, I just told you I need females first and foremost. So if I have a bunch of people hitting up my inbox saying I need a female from that clutch, I'm going to be like, yeah, sure, pal. Like, I fucking need a female before you need a female. So what makes you think a breeder who needs females is going to allow you to get your hands on the nicest female out of that clutch, especially if they really need it? And let's be honest, majority of breeders out there in the chondro game need really crazy looking females. Mm-hmm. You're not gonna. Again, there's some desperate people out there. That's one thing for you for sure. There are some people breeding out there who need money really bad. So,
or it's a space thing, right? Because you have
maybe, but then again, usually when it's a space thing, they create space. They'll fucking let something go so they could keep that nastiest looking one. Right. But some people, not a lot of people, but some people do this just so they could get money out of it, and that's fine. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I love making money, but for me, I want the craziest looking collection. I want to just have nothing but John Irby looking pairings one day, Dave D pairings one day, Socrates pairings. That's a goal of mine. I'm not there yet, and I won't be there unless I'm holding back the most craziest looking females. You see what I'm saying? So if you're being Mr. Shopping around for the craziest looking female, what are the odds of a breeder saying, hey man, I got a fucking awesome female for you that I don't need it. Here you go. Give me this price for it. And mind you, you're still going to pay out the money, out the ass for it.
Do you think sellers are going to list their babies as female? Like female?
Yeah. Especially when they know
listing a baby as female is a selling point.
Yeah, especially when they know they can make a few $1,000s more on it. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Which is dude, depends. Like if money's no issue, fuck it. Do what you got to do, man. Go put some money in people's pockets. I'm telling you right now, for somebody who needs females really bad when it comes to designer outcross stuff, nobody's getting anything before I am.
So basically take what you can get from a clutch that you want to buy from regardless of sex and, just target that. Mm-hmm. So like if you don't want to release females, I have to buy a male. That's just the reality. And in the future, I may have an opportunity to get a female.
If you really want that Patrick bloodline, like if that's more important to you than anything else, yeah, just get something from it. Who gives a fuck? Yeah. But then again, you should be buying for bloodline. You should be buying based off, if we're talking designers here, of course, you should be getting your goal should be getting the nicest Neo out of that clutch you could possibly get.
Mm-hmm. Right. And I guess I have you guys to be like, hey, this female came to be available. What do you think? Is this a good move?
I don't want to go there with me because you don't listen to me anyways. You should talk to Carly on that one. She'll guide
I get
you.
both your opinions and then I just decide where to go. I don't know.
Carly's a lot more lenient, dude. Carly likes to spend money, dude. She likes to spend money.
That's unfair.
Well, she's female.
She's a girl.
At least it's not shoes and it's not purses.
It's just cars and chondros.
Yeah. But you guys approach things differently. You have different perspectives. So
we come from a different era. Like I mean, I've done this. I started this 8 years ago. Carly 6 years ago. So right 2020, Carly, or 2019?
No, I started in 2019.
2019. So 7 years for Carly, you know what I mean? And a lot's changed. Like there weren't ball python people really trying to get into chondros 7 years ago. And Carly also came from a place where not that many successful chondro breeders were around. People were having success, but it was more of a shoe-in type thing versus like the success you're seeing now. Now you see a lot of people actually having success, which is great. But again, dude, like just because there's shed testing available and just because you could get picky shouldn't be a part of the game plan, I don't think.
I think it's going to steer people in kind of the wrong direction. Like
I
said, I think people are going to end up and they're going to be like, oh, I want to get this and I want to get that. And what we're going to end up happening are these people that they'll get one male and one female from this bloodline that they expect to be crazy. And then they have green snakes and then nobody wants to buy their snakes because they've got green snakes and they're expecting to have those prices ridiculously high. So I think it's a tool to be utilized. The way I've gone back and forth in my head about like, how am I going to do it? Yes, it's offered. And yes, there are going to be people, the ball python people or the other people who are going to come into it and kind of expect, well, this is being offered. Why wouldn't you do it? I think it's the same concept of, I feel like it's probably a similar concept of like, when I see, y'all talking about, well, so-and-so's advertising something as possible hit something. And people are like, they should just do this. Why won't they just do this? Because it's being offered. I don't think that it's really going to work out the same way because a lot of people are trigger shy to get into chondros to begin with because there is a high price tag on them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There'll be a higher price tag on sexed animals, period. It's time, it's money, it is effort spent on the breeder. So like me, I will probably offer, I'm still going to pick my holdbacks based on how they look, always. Though I will say I desperately need a male from the love male. Like I need a male offspring. I actually ended up with most of the people from that 2024 clutch. Most of them are female. So that's what I need. So I may make a decision. I've got 2 reds from him to a high yellow Biak that I bred this year. I will probably make a decision on which of those reds to keep based on which one is male. But they also both look amazing. They don't look like duds. So I think that a lot of people are going to kind of expect that. And like me, I'm probably going to offer babies that I'm not planning to keep. Hey, you can purchase this before I sex it at this price. Once I sex it, once I put my time, my energy, my effort, my money,
changes everything.
Sexing it, the price goes up.
Yeah.
Period. So if you don't care what it is, I recommend that you purchase this before it is sexed.
Today's prices are not yesterday's prices, pal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And some people will be willing to pay the convenience fee of knowing. So
And
yeah,
again,
but you can still send. That's the thing, is you can still send the shed if you're being strategic about this and you're buying the animal that is the best looking one in the clutch.
doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. You can still send the shed. That's still convenience. You still know at the end of the day.
Any thoughts, Greg? What do you?
Greg's
Yeah.
over here like this is a ball python chat.
My thoughts is
We'll get
this
back
is
to-
exactly what happens when you get a chondro head into ball pythons. She talks ball pythons for about 30 seconds, and the entire episode went straight chondro rabbit hole.
I gotta
We'll get
predict
back
this.
into it. I want to hear her experience and what her animals are from MJ. So
Oh
For the
yeah.
ball
And
pythons.
yeah,
Yeah.
we're also doing something new, and I didn't tell Big E about this, but we're gonna start sharing the morph of the week on the Monday show. Like what's been the banger morph that you guys seen in a week. Since this is new, I'm gonna go with mine before I drop that. Let's kind of talk about the ball pythons you bought from me, Carly, and why.
I have to pull it up. Hold on.
By the way, I was not complaining that we went down the chondro rabbit hole and trying to change it. I just thought it was hilarious that once we asked one question, I mean, she was very kind of about the ball pythons. We brought up shed testing and she fucking just went for
Look,
it.
hey,
It
you know?
wasn't just me. You
Me
can't
too.
blame just me.
But then again, like, bro, nobody out of all the fucking sectors in the hobby, nobody's getting into chondros more than ball python people right now.
Yeah.
So
True fact.
Okay, before we get into her collection, for you guys that have been in it for a minute, do you think that's a good thing, or do you guys like kind of dislike it, like kind of like, eh?
I don't mind it. Because guess what?
I don't like it.
Like Sal said, everyone and their mother is getting into chondros, but only at best 20% is going to stick around in the next few years.
yeah.
This is not the ball python game. One thing about ball pythons, all the excitement is served on a platter. It's right there. It's given to you. You get to see what this snake looks like right out of the egg. Hatching them's not that difficult. The chondro game's not like that. It's not forgiving like that, bro. You're going to get your fucking ass handed to it. And you know how many soft ass people are in the ball python game? A lot. A shit ton. They're not ready for this shit. It's, dude. And again, there's nothing wrong with being soft or having a big heart, but love does not do well in the chondro game. As far as having a big heart and like, oh,
No.
I'm just gonna hope for the best. Well, good fucking luck, dude. Go to a wishing well, throw some quarters in it, and just wish for the fucking best. Okay, wish for all the females in the world, Double J. Let me know how it works out.
MJ, you know that baby that was born the other day that had the
Missy.
heart.
Oh
That
yeah, that
hurt.
was insane looking. Oh,
Yeah. I made my mom come do it.
oh, put her down. What did you just? Oh, I don't want to say it, but I mean, not hard to put that thing down, dude.
It made me feel bad. It was actively like moving around and functioning and looking, and I was like, fuck, I feel awful. I made my mom do it. I still cried.
Well, I mean, to be fair, little Webby, one of my Emerald Miss Willie line productions that I have, I could have sworn. So it was born with a fucking back like this, and it was webbed on the stomach. And when
That's
I saw
what
it, I'm
this
like,
one was too. And I literally thought of your emerald in my head, and I was like, there is a hole. If I could just like get the heart back in there, maybe it would be okay.
yeah. But then again, dude, that little Webby's still here slamming food, and he's doing great. So I didn't want to put him in the freezer because I mean, I went through hell trying to get a fucking emerald litter. So I get it. Like, it sucks putting down something that is alive, tongue flickering at you. But goddamn,
Biting you.
that thing's heart was literally inside out.
I know. But as far as like I don't have an issue with people getting into chondros. I do have an issue with people getting into it assuming that they're just going to hit big quickly and taking a lot of the joy out of it.
Yeah.
And the problem is a lot of the ball python people, they're going to come in, they're going to fail. And that is part of it. And they're going to be like, oh, this is so much freaking harder than I thought it was. And that might stop somebody who actually might be passionate about learning and trying, because there will now be more influx of people. There's already an influx of people who are like, oh, I would love to keep that species, but I've heard that they're almost impossible to keep and I don't want to do it. And it's like, really, with like the right information, it's not going to be that hard. But the rumors go around that they can't do it by people who just failed because they weren't set up for success. And I'm worried that with the ball python people getting into it, assuming that it's going to be easy, that's what's going to happen.
Don't be offended by this, Double J. I swear I don't mean anything by it, but this is why I feel like Greg's going to do great in Chondros. Greg likes doing difficult shit. Greg embraces hard life type things. And I feel like if Greg gets his ass whooped by his first pairing, he's not going to be the one to check out and say, I'm selling all this shit. If anything,
I like the challenge.
If anything, it's going to drive his ass to even put another fucking plate on the bar. Okay. And I think that could be you, Double J, but the way you try to strategize and the way you overthink shit so much, dude, when things don't work out, what are you going to do with your thoughts? You know what I'm saying? That's all.
He's going to tattoo it on his chest.
Oh,
my first pairing went to shit. My first clutch went to shit.
Obviously, I'm welcoming. Oh, it's in my future, right? So
take your shirt off, Double J, right now.
Yeah,
Kinder, don't watch.
MJ doesn't think I'm gonna last.
No. You, if you're friends with us, you're lasting. None of us are gonna let you check out. Your life would be not livable if you ever gave up on Chondros and you're friends with us. You'll never hear the end of it.
Listen, you have too much passion behind it.
You're in it, buddy. You're just so close. Hold on, Double J. You're close to people who've been through the ringer. So we love our friends enough to let you know what's in store and to not give a fuck about having so many females, so many males. Just buy the way you like quality in your ball python projects. Do the exact same thing with Chondros. That's it. Like, look how many people you're friends with, dude. Like, 5 years down from now, if you really need a female, you don't think just me or Carly won't have a female to trade you? Like, or like just us two alone, you're fucking good. You're really good.
Around you have a lot better chance. I think
that's why you're gonna last, because you're circled, Double J. You're in a good spot.
We mostly like you.
No, I like Double J knows I really like him a lot. I really do. All serious aside, but I just like how much you stress shit out, because it's kind of pointless. Everything that you stress about is literally a waste of fucking time. Don't stress about it. That's it. That's all.
So what you guys are saying about just circling with the right people, I'm going to go back into Carly's point of, the Chondro game and failure, and, people think that they're going to jump in, they're going to hit it big right off the bat. I think that's any species, really. I see it with the ball pythons. I see it with the chameleons. I see people get involved in everything, and they just again, social media, right? A blessing and a curse. They see this. They see not only are people making cool fucking animals, but people are also making money doing it now, right? So people are just trying to leap in. But it's all about just connecting yourself with the right people, like Jarrett, right? Like, even though he knows MJ might roast him, he's not afraid to ask as many fucking questions as he has, right? Like, I think it's about surrounding yourself with people that you can trust, people that have been more successful with you in it, and just being patient and not being afraid to fail. And I think that's anything, because believe me, like, there are a lot of people who are spending tens and tens of thousands of dollars, if not $100,000, their first year jumping into ball pythons because they think they're going to make it. And within 2-3 years, you see them all over Facebook Marketplace selling their entire collection, But it's all about getting connected with the right people who are going to lead you on the right path and teach you from their mistakes, right? So I think that, just like the fitness industry, there are more and more coaches popping up every single day, right? Kind of like what you guys said, like, it doesn't piss me off, right? People are going to eventually see who are here for the right reasons, and those are the people that are going to survive. But even those shitty people, they might steer some people out of it and make them resentful towards the industry. But at the end of the day, them just having a lower price point, them being a hustler on social media, trying to get their name out there, they are still bringing new faces into the industry. And it's up to those new faces now to start making educated decisions and finding the right leadership. And they might bounce from group to group, mentor to mentor, coach to coach, whatever it is. But it's about being smart enough to make your own decisions and find the right trust and right path. And the people that do that, I think they'll be okay.
Yeah. And again, dude, just with the history of ball pythons, you can go in and make a blowout fucking season and breed and make crazy shit. But even those people who do that, how good are they at selling their animals? They're not that great. Anytime you rush into anything, bro, it doesn't really work out. And I got to tell you, man, there's a one well-known individual in the ball python game who, before he ever got his first clutch, made a YouTube video telling you how you should breed ball pythons. Red flag right there. He got fucking ripped, okay? Now this fucking dingleberry from Canada got into chondros, okay? And he's telling fucking people that he's going to start his own import business with chondros. He's going to be the biggest breeder out of Canada. The exact same shit he did with ball pythons that made everyone throw up, he's now doing with fucking chondros, okay? You don't want to be that asshole. Trust me, okay? Because that fucking dingleberry couldn't even do it with ball pythons. That fucking little dipshit literally had 60 clutches and crashed almost 40 of them. What the fuck do you think is going to happen with chondros? You fucking idiot. It's not going to work out, dude. So let these fucking people who are coming from ball pythons into chondros, let them talk a big game. Let them shoot themselves in the fucking foot. Don't be like those people, Double J. Don't be Mr. Strategic. Let me figure this out when you have babies that you're raising up. Enjoy the process. That's like me Leo being in his senior year in high school, and I'm like, he better get a scholarship, man. Oh my God, I hope he gets a fucking full ride. Bro, he's fucking 2 years old. I'm going to go fucking play with him. I'm going to go watch him fucking do whatever the fuck he wants in the backyard and just enjoy it. Don't be strategic about shit that you don't even know is going to be alive in the next few years.
Right.
Does that make
Carmen,
sense?
you were laughing at the end of what I said. What were you laughing at?
Sal.
Oh, okay.
Hey, shout out to my boy Sal, man. The big brown breakdown. He's up. It's like 3 a.m. UK time, but he's right here. And that's my boy, man. Sal's somebody I really, really admire out of the chondro game. Which why you got to go to a Bill Stiegel party, because you can meet people like Sal at a Bill Stiegel party. He doesn't come to Trap Fest. But anyways, that's a different story. All right. Are we done with chondros? He's like, I still want to keep talking. This is fun. I like the chondro talk.
Let's hear about Carly's.
I'm all for it.
No, hold on. I know you got another question in you, Double J. Go give me another chondro question. Come on.
Do you have a question, Jarrett?
He does. He has a lot.
It's at his lips.
Yeah.
Right.
Go ahead.
Now, everything you were saying makes sense. I think people are trying to be strategic because the high-end stuff is so expensive, and it is in ball pythons too. So it's hard to get over the hump of, hey, I'm spending $7,000, $8,000, $9,000, $10,000, and I just kind of have to let it go to the wind and see what happens. Like, you know what I mean? That's the hardest part to get over, but it's a hump that everybody's going to get over eventually.
Do you remember?
Gotta give it to Jesus.
Do you remember when you got your red Neo in and the yellow Neo in, and how stressed were you about that red Neo not eating? Right?
When I got them back, yeah.
We're even worse. Okay, you got it back and it still wasn't eating after it was.
Well, the yellow was.
Do you remember that? Do you remember that? Those nights of being stressed about that?
Yeah.
Worry and enjoy nights like that. That's what, like, you should know what stage you're in right now, and it's nothing to do with breeding, pal. Right. It's about how can I get this thing to eat when it goes from eating to not eating, because that's going to happen. Me and Carly we've had raise ups that go from eating to all of a sudden they're not eating, and guess what? You have to have a certain approach. Like, you have to always be ready to adjust. How are you going to be ready to adjust when you're not even worrying about the task at hand? That's all I'm saying, bro. Like, you're in a really good, innocent stage in your chondro career right now. You get to raise them up. It's fun right now. So just have fun. Just have fun.
Focus on the present, not the future.
Yeah, dude. And it's all going to buff out, bro. If you, again, I don't want to be repetitive, but if you are focusing on the nicest shit out of any clutch, okay, get that, especially if it's blood that you really, really want. And down the road, you know, once you know things are getting close to breeding, like a year out, then you outsource whatever the fuck you got to go get. And it's all going to work out. I can promise you that. Because let me ask you a question, Double J, and you, Greg. I know it's hard to predict right now, but how many chondros do you want, Double J? Like, if we were to speed things up 6 years from now, how many pairings would you love to do? Like, what would be ideal to you?
I think 3 or 4 really, really high-end pairings would be cool to do a year. want to do like a crazy, absurd amount, like be a commercial breeder with them. I just want a few, something that's manageable, somewhat manageable, without having to like, you know, kill yourself over establishing so many babies.
What about you, Greg?
Probably about the same, you know. I still have love for just the animals in general, right? So I'm still always gonna be working with other species. I think that's one of the things that gets me excited is I can walk downstairs and I literally have just so many different things to look at and admire and take out and feed. So realistically, I mean, I think 3 to 5 pairings, you know, and again, who knows? I might see how that goes and I might fall in love with it and I might start downsizing other collections. But for right now, I think that would be a realistic goal, you know.
Carly, what's your prediction in 5-6 years of these guys, which they'll have amazing looking chondros and they're pairing about 3 or 4 animals. And let's say they get to the point of getting 1-2 clutch a year. How big will their ball python collection be, you think, Carly? What's your prediction?
It's going to shrink. It's going to shrink real fast.
It's going to shrink.
I already told Jarrett. I think my, you know, I still do. I have a good mix of more investment level animals, the ball pythons, and I'm still really heavy with the pet level because we've done local shows and stuff. But I already told Jarrett, as soon as I had those chondros in the first week, I was like, yeah, man, I think I'm going to start downsizing the pet level over time and just keep working on the real projects that I want to work with the ball pythons and then keep growing the chondros, you know. But
I have no intention of a large collection with ball pythons, so there's not much to shrink as is.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point. You guys are both pretty like pretty chill when it comes to the amount of ball pythons because of the projects you're in.
What really sold me on it was, you know, obviously, you know, I've had a want for chondros for a long time. But talking to Jarrett one time when he was talking about his and how he was choosing his and stuff like that, you know, just I'm really into the chameleons, right? And when he was kind of talking about the ball python, the rat race essentially, and always, you know, the new projects and, you know, the chase that you're always on, and which I do love that aspect of the gamble and the chase and, you know, all that comes with it. But what I love about the chameleons is it's all lineage driven. You're buying for the best bloodlines, right? And then same thing with the chondros. I'm holding chameleons back until they're 8 to 12 months old to decide, hey, like which one of these do I want to keep back, you know? And I think that's what really excites me about the chondros and why I'm not really in a rush is because I love the lineage aspect of it, you know?
Yeah. All right, we got like 8 minutes left. So Carly, please, let's get to ball pythons. Let's talk about the snakes you have. I mean, the ball pythons, of course.
Okay.
And then I'm going to show you guys the morph of the week. And then whenever Shane comes back, God bless, we'll do a Boys in the Hood fucking episode. Whenever that is, whenever he's done working nights. I don't know. Shane, if you're listening, come back.
I thought he was done with nights and he's just gone.
Yeah. Last time I heard, he's in a Scrambler DM group chat now.
R.I.P.
Here lies.
Shane's like, that's not true.
He's not even here to defend himself.
Poor guy. Go ahead, Carly.
I got.
Can you put them on your screen top? Can you put them on your desktop and share them? Because you could do that.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Be easier.
Yes. I just got to pull it up.
So I want the record to reflect. I let shit go I would normally not let go of to Carly because it's Carly. So, and she likes nice bougie stuff. So
I don't understand why people wouldn't like nice bougie stuff, quite frankly.
You're extra.
Yeah.
You're extra like the guac at Chipotle. It costs money. It's not free.
And your Uber Eats driver forgets it and shit.
Bro, fuck. I deleted my apps, Greg. You happy or what? They're gone, bro. See you later. And if I really want food somewhere, I'm just going to go drive and get it. Okay.
The dawn of a new era.
The dawn of a new era.
Dude,
Okay,
I knew she was going to pull up a spreadsheet.
Yeah. What, Carly?
This is the
I
Carly.
wanted to see pictures, dude.
Oh, sorry.
If you look at cell
Jesus
F8,
Christ. What's the male question mark?
I need another male.
Oh, got it. Got it.
Because each boy has to have a male and a female. And then there's an extra one because Greg likes the banana clown stuff.
Nah, just buy based on genes. Don't worry about sex. Doesn't matter. Not
Oh, here
important.
he goes.
I think that doesn't work like that.
Just
But
Smart ass Double J, bro.
I
He's gonna
don't
go-
have pictures. Wait, hold on. I can fix it. Hold on.
Just buy a really nice female and trade me. It'll be fine.
Huh? No, not you. Sorry. I have pictures. Hold on. I'll pull them up. No, I like the gravel stuff. I think that's always kind of been my favorite.
Super gravel.
Super gravel.
Yeah.
Paved.
I didn't sell you any pavement stuff. I can't remember. Was it all super gravel?
You
shit?
said one to check for.
Oh, right. I think
asphalt.
one might be pavement.
And
Yeah.
What'd you say, Double J?
Huh?
instead of super gravel. So she's going to test it for asphalt. And if it comes back positive, it's a pavement, essentially.
Correct.
Ta-da.
Okay, so that's the Mardi Gras. Zoom in on
Yes.
that. That's a
Zoom in.
female, right? There's a Mardi Gras het clown, 100% het clown, which is pretty mid. But go to the next one. That one's nice.
This
Shoulda
is
kept-
Tato.
This is Pateo or Teo?
Tato.
Tato. I like that.
Oh,
Yeah. That's the one that Owen is like obsessed with.
I did not want to sell that one.
So this is super gravel, het clown, pos head hypo. Does it have OD?
No OD in the. I mean, OD's at play, but I don't think there's OD in this.
Okay.
I mean, you could test for OD, but I doubt it. This is super OD, super gravel. 100%
This is
het
the one
clown.
that you said also test for
Hypo.
um
Or no, wait.
hypo
And
and
pavement. This might be a pavement.
yes.
I
That's
think that could
ass.
very well be a pavement. Yeah, I think
I
so.
think it might be a pavement. Oh
I
man.
don't know enough to see the difference between them, to be honest.
I feel like the banding would be a lot less thick and like,
Yeah,
Because
just broad.
this one is super gravel.
correct.
So then yeah, that one looks different. I just figured it was different because of the other things at play. I like
But-
the white belly on this one.
Yeah,
OD blows up pattern a lot, so it's hard to say.
Yeah. Does OD make a white belly?
Not necessarily. I don't think so.
Because that thing has such a clean white belly on it. It's ridiculous.
It's super clean white tummy.
White. It's like super, and it also kind of you could kind of see it there on the saddles, like on the bottom. It almost comes up a little bit, which is
Mhm.
interesting. So I'm wondering if that was the super OD, but
It could be Scrambler.
oh, son of a bitch. Honestly, bro, if I wanted to jump on that bandwagon, I could easily fucking fool people and tell people Scramblers at play, and those motherfuckers would eat it up.
For
like
sure.
Goddamn, like a buffet, bro. They'd be like, oh, see? So
So what?
I haven't gotten a shed from that one. So that's the reason why I haven't sent the one off for the mail yet either, is
What are you
because I
feeding
haven't
these
gotten
things fucking pinkies? Like, how do you not have that thing's been in your collection for over 3 months?
It's eating a weaned rat like you told me.
No, you need to bump that shit up, dude. They should be close. Well, full weans. Let's bump it up a little bit, Carly. That thing should be shedding by now.
I did ask Jared if I should feed it a small because it's the larger one, and he told me
Said
keep feeding it a weaned.
Weaned
Yeah.
to small rat, yeah.
Well, Jarrett likes underfed fucking small collections, apparently. So whatever. What are you gonna say though, Double J? Because I got to show the morph of the week. So what were you gonna say? Something?
I just wanted her to highlight maybe some genes that she's seen that she likes.
We can't get there, unfortunately. We got 2 minutes, so sorry.
We talked chondros.
Yeah, we talked too many chondros. We'll bring her back with Big E, and Big E will have his fun with her for sure.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys, I want to give props to a fellow trapper of ours. He produced something this past week. And Carly, have you seen any puzzle stuff out there yet, Carly? Do you know what puzzle is?
Mm-mm.
Okay, well, puzzles are recessive. I happen to be a big fan of puzzle. My boy Dennis from the Serpent Smiths produced a puzzle hypo blackhead. Here it is right here. And
I
wanna
like
kinda-
blackhead a lot.
Yeah. What'd you guys think of this snake? What'd you think of this snake, Double J?
I thought it was fucking amazing. I couldn't believe he hit the double visual.
Oh, shit.
I'm a huge fan of blackhead, so that is up my alley all day.
And I clearly still see the puzzle patterning. I heard some people saying, "Oh, blackhead ruined the puzzle in this snake." I think that's fucking cap.
And what happened to super blackhead? Like that's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. That might obviously do something more drastic to the pattern. I don't know if that's going to be a good thing or bad thing, but this right here would make me just, I mean, sure, what would super blackhead look like? But I would be happy with the fuck this is showing to begin with. What do you think, Greg?
Dude, that's when he sent that. Was that yesterday or?
I think it was
think
Sunday.
so.
Yeah, I think it was
Yeah,
yesterday.
when he sent it, dude, that thing blew my mind. It's fucking beautiful. And I've been on the fence about getting into puzzle. And when he sent that, I'm like, okay, like I've been thinking about it the last few weeks of just jumping. And I was okay, I have to get into puzzle. That animal is amazing.
I'm so impressed by this puzzle combo. And
Will
I'm
it
with you
stay
too, Greg.
purple and yellow?
Yes, I think so. I don't know because I've not seen adult puzzle hypo stuff that much. I maybe I have, but it stays purple, right? Double J, from what have you noticed?
That will retain color really, really well.
I think it will. So,
Everything's gonna reduce slightly, but that will keep a lot of its color.
but it's surprisingly right now with a lot of the high-end ball python projects like this, these are aging really, really well. Like ball pythons, like pre-2020 were very known to just look like shit after a few years. They just lose a lot of their pop. But now with a lot of the double recessive, with the right incomplete dominance, you're seeing these fucking things age like fine wine really, really well. So shout out to Dennis, man. This is awesome. I just want to shout out his Instagram too.
Yeah.
We're going to bring him on the show soon. But guys, go give my man Dennis from the Serpent Smiths a follow on IG. This is also a really nice blackhead puzzle that he produced. No hypo, but very, very fire. So yeah, man, shout out to Dennis. Carly, great show
as well.
I'm sorry, what, Double J? I was talking. I'm sorry, what?
No, I said Dennis will be at Pomona as well if you want to stop by his booth.
Yes, dude, thank you for reminding me. I know I just told Double J to shut up, and I'm so glad he didn't. The Reptile Super Show is coming up July 11th and 12th, Pomona Fairgrounds. Are you going to be there, Double J?
I'm going to be with Dennis, yeah.
Oh, you're going to vend or what?
No, I'm just going to help him at his booth for a little bit.
Because if I had a booth, you wouldn't help me.
No, I would. Why not?
No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't. Because last time I had a booth next to Big E, you barely come back. You took my dad over to Big E's booth, and you had a great time with my dad. Didn't even bother to come say hi to me.
If you asked me to help you, you really don't think I would help you?
Will you help me?
Why
next
does
time
he have to ask?
Yeah, I shouldn't have to ask, bro. Brotherhood. Brother, come on.
On that would be dope. I would love to do that.
Actually, I don't even know if I'll ever vend ever again. I'm not gonna lie. Kind of over it. But anyways, you guys are awesome. Double J, thank you so much for dealing with me and Carly and Greg. You go through a lot.
Listen, man.
No dealing with me.
Like I said, I like a challenge. All right.
I'm just kidding. But Carly, anything you want to close off with? Any closing statements regarding ball pythons? Keep it ball pythons. Anything people should know out there before getting into ball pythons?
I'm only having 5.
Okay.
I'm standing on it.
Okay, hold on. What's the male you're looking for? Maybe somebody's listening out there. They might
I
have
don't know. I don't know yet, but I want it to be gravel clown or het clown and maybe black head or black pastel.
So you want a visual super gravel clown is what you're saying with hypo maybe.
Maybe.
Because you want it all to make sense.
I haven't figured it out yet. That's what, like, I have a list of like the things that I like. Like, I know that I like blackhead. Jarrett's trying to get me to do Wookiee.
I would agree. Wookiee's a great combo. I mean, chocolate or Wookiee.
Chocolate. Super chocolate.
I'd prefer chocolate, but Wookiee's cool
the same
too.
thing?
Raven.
I don't know what that is.
So here's another thing, which we don't have time, unfortunately, but there's a lot of fucking combos out there that have 4 or 5 different names, but they're the exact same thing. Okay. If you join the Scrambler group chat,
no,
you'll know exactly what I mean. All right. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. Carly, thank you so much for coming by. Guys, coastal Morelia, you'll see nothing but chondros. But in the future, possibly some scrub babies, some emerald babies, and definitely some ball python babies in the long run, right? So
eventually.
Coastal Morelia, guys, on IG, go give her a follow. And also, please, Girls Who Love Reptiles podcast, please support her segment here on the show. Thank you for all your hard work, Carly, and thank you for dealing with all of us. Really, really mean that. But do me a favor, guys, give it up. It's a wrap for Carly, Coastal Morelia, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Carly. So Greg doesn't give a fuck about clapping for you, so have a good night.
I was clapping here. I was clapping here.
Have a good night, Carly. We'll talk soon, okay?
Bye.
See you guys.
Well, that went pretty well.
That was fun. That was fun. Kind of how I expected.
Chondro.
Some jabs at Double J, a lot of chondro talk, and yeah, kind of like ball pythons, you know.
On the Bush Mondays, I guess that was today.
I think that it will grow on her though as soon as she actually starts producing clutches. You
Yeah,
know?
Oh, of
Dude,
course.
like anything, it's hard not to at that point, you know.
No, I mean,
I get a good amount of DMs from her, like, "Oh, I really like this. This is cool. Maybe I could go this direction." She definitely is interested. Like,
For sure.
Carly's pretty much like if you got what she likes, it's an easy sell. I'll tell you that right now. She will pull the trigger. But again, it goes chondros, emerald scrubs, ball pythons in her world. So, but then again, her kids are going to grow up pretty fast. We'll see what they do with it. I promise you, ball pythons will be more of a production for her in the near future. So
I agree. I agree. She'll definitely have more than 5. That's for sure.
it'll be cool to look back at this episode in like a few years and see. Yeah.
See if I have like to go over my speech impediments and see what I fucked up word wise or
her ball python, her ball python collection developed over time.
All right. Well, guys, if you have any if you have any blue line females, hit up Double J. He needs them. So, guys,
I'm taking my time, please. I need time.
no, I appreciate you boys, and it's all, dude. Double J, you know, from the bottom of my heart, I love you. It's all gonna work out, dude. Okay, just be more like Greg. That's all I'm saying. Be more.
It ain't easy, bro. It's not easy.
If I could turn the time machine back a little bit and I could start with 3 females from MJ, hey, but you know,
and
they're doing well, and I love them. They're cool. So.
And Greg, did you ask me for females, or did I just give them to you?
No, you just gave them to me.
There you go. Okay, so little less on the asking, more on the doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
But shout out to Dan. The animals are awesome. You know,
Dan is amazing. Dan is
eating really well, doing well.
If it's anything you did right, you purchased your first chondro from the right guy. Okay, because Dan is the man, and Dan's fucking he's amazing. So, but we're gonna steer you right, bro. You're good. And Greg, appreciate your time.
No, of course, man.
AAA Reptiles on IG. We got to talk too diet wise after this.
Yeah.
You have time tonight or no?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. All right, guys. Greg, AAA Reptiles, Scalation Nation.
Yeah.
Did I say it right? Scalation. I said Lation. I said Lation. Scalation Nation.
Yes, sir.
From the Nation of the United States. All right.
Yep.
Give it up for that for Double J and Greg, ladies and gentlemen. All right, guys. Have a good night. Thank you for your time, man.
Of course.
All right. Peace. Oh, man. It's like having family on the show. I love it. Just so you know, guys, we're all really good friends outside of this. Okay. Double J, he does get love. All right. So don't think like, oh, man, poor Double J. He's just a little guy. Why? No. Okay. He's fine. Everybody's fine. Appreciate it. Exclusive content. Come join the Trap Talk Patreon family. First link description below. Shout out to the sponsors first and foremost. ZoomEd. All right. And then also Prague MORPHs out of Europe. Thank you so much. Devin and Teresa. Where are they at? Oh my God, I'm all over the place right now. There we go. Prague MORPHs. Thank you so much, Devin and Teresa out there in Europe. Of course, Jersey Guys Balls. Shout out to Brett Towers and his pops out there in New Jersey. Shout out to Focus Cube Habitats. Shout out to Mark Bailey Reptile. Shout out to MORPH Market, MORPH Market Shipping, and shout out to Clutch, guys. But that's all we have on this episode. Where are we at? Oh, here we go. 788 in the books. Thank you for all the support. See you here next time, and I'm out. Gee. Sorry for the interruption, folks, but a quick word from our sponsors. Shout out to tonight's sponsor brought to you by ZoomEd.
ZoomEd is proud to be supporting the Trap Talk Reptile Network. At ZoomEd, reptiles are our passion. For over 48 years, we've been creating premium foods, supplies, and habitats for reptiles and other exotic animals. We're a company made up of hobbyists that test our products on the hundreds of animals that we care for here every single day. Whether you're an established breeder or a first-time hobbyist picking up your first ball python, ZoomEd has you covered with everything you need to keep your animals happy and healthy.
I'm excited to talk about this new product with ZoomEd called the Slither Sense. It is a remote temperature and humidifying monitoring system, which we all know how important temperature and humidity is to your reptile. And for you to have remote access to your temperature and your humidity in your reptile room could really, really be a game changer for the longevity of you keeping reptiles. So guys, make sure you check out that product. Find the link in the description below. Click on it right now. Give me your feedback in the comments below. Let me know how you're liking a brand new ZoomEd product. If you're in front of the line, cutting edge, high-end ball python projects, you don't want to miss this. Shout out to Teresa and shout out to Devin over at Prague MORPHs, the heaviest hitters out of Europe, currently in the ball python game. If you're into the double, triple recessive, such as puzzle, hypo, and other amazing recessive, incomplete, dominant projects, and make sure you head over to Prague MORPHs right now on Instagram. Check them out on YouTube. You can find all the links in the description below, and many more updates with RGI and Prague MORPHs to come. So again, thank you so much, Devin and Teresa over at Prague MORPHs. Cannot wait for many more collaborations. Shout out to tonight's sponsor, and that is Jersey Guys Balls, father-son duo who are just slaying it in the ball python game. If you're into Sunset, if you're into Monsoon, if you're into Puzzle, this is the page you should be following on Instagram right now. Jersey Guys Balls are invested in some of the highest and most exciting projects in the ball python game today, such as Tornado and many other genes like Cosmos. So again, make sure you go check them out on Instagram. You can also follow them on YouTube, and definitely go give them a follow on MORPHMARKET. You can find all the links in the description below. And again, thank you so much, Brett, and thank you, John, over at Jersey Guys Balls. Shout out to tonight's sponsor, and that is Clutch, the #1 organization app in the ball python game today. Also, tonight's episode is brought to you by KINOVA Reptiles, the biggest world industry leading ball python company in the hobby, in the industry. So excited to announce this partnership with Clutch and KINOVA Reptiles. No name that needs an introduction, as you guys already know. If you're looking to invest with the best, KINOVA Reptiles is the way to go. And again, if you want to be organized, if you want to be ahead of the game, there's no better organization app in the ball python game than Clutch. Thank you so much to the entire Clutch team. Thank you so much, KINOVA and the entire KINOVA Reptile team. Please continue to keep doing what you're doing. Nothing but inspiration, nothing but excitement coming from KINOVA Reptiles and Clutch. And I'm excited to have more information to announce to you guys here in 2026. Thank you so much, Clutch and KINOVA Reptiles. Tonight's episode is brought to you by Mark Bailey Reptiles, my mentor and definitely my favorite ball python breeder we have today. 40 plus years full-time reptile keeper. He's just been a huge inspiration ever since I met him. And also, if you really want to see what his work is all about, you could just simply go to morphmarket.com, type in Mark Bailey Reptiles, give him a follow, and anybody who has gotten a snake from Mark Bailey Reptiles have been super happy, and that's going for 40 plus years. So very honored and very happy to not only call Mark Bailey Reptiles a friend of mine, but also a sponsor of tonight's show. Definitely appreciate your support, Mark Bailey. Definitely look up to everything that you do. Shout out to Mark Bailey over at Mark Bailey Reptiles. Shout out to tonight's sponsor, and that's the one and only Morph Market and Morph Market Shipping. One of the biggest exciting things about the reptile hobby over the past couple years is Morph Market Shipping taking everything to the next level. Anything as far as reptile purchasing or selling needs can all be done on Morph Market's website. So I highly suggest you go check it out, especially if you're in the market of purchasing your first, second, or third, or fourth reptile. You can find a bunch of legitimate breeders on Morph Market's platforms. They stand very tall on representing the best breeders we have in the hobby. So don't look anywhere else when it comes to looking for your new reptile. Not to mention, if you're looking for aquatics or your next plant, Morph Market's a spot for you as well. Make sure you head over to morphmarket.com. And the best thing about Morph Market's platform, you could ship directly from their website with Morph Market Shipping. Morph Market Shipping has saved this hobby millions of dollars as a whole. I myself saved thousands with Morph Market Shipping last year due to their insanely cheap rates. So definitely go take advantage of these rates on top of the amazing customer service that comes along with Morph Market Shipping. Shout out to Darian and Zach, and shout out to the entire Morph Market team. So proud to be a part of this team. Thank you so much for Morph Market Shipping and Morph Market, and so excited to announce new Morph Market features that are going to be hitting the reptile hobby real soon, like live sales on Morph Market. Thank you so much, Morph Market and Morph Market Shipping. Thank you for all the fellow support. Thank you so much for anyone who watches the Trap Talk Reptile Network. Hit that like button. If you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, you'll be notified of every new episode dropping here out of the network 7 days a week. And also by hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button, it pushes this network out to other new keepers coming into the hobby. So by you doing that, it does more than you think. So thank you so much again for all the support. And if you're not already a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button. We're doing big things over here, and we really appreciate it.